is it better now?
I've always wanted to be a robot. Take over the world. The AI robots are genuinely taking over the world right now. Who else feels like Terminator is happening right now, or The Matrix?
We were just talking about that, Zach and I.
Yeah.
He thinks he's going to take over the world. That's how Zach's taking over the world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on its way.
Yeah, Zach's going to be the one to do it. So, bitch at him.
I like some of it, but it seems like it's going way too fast.
I mean, yeah. They
say that about everything that's come out, though, that's been, like, super helpful.
So the AI, like, the AI that is getting implemented now, so things like ChatGPT and, like, the AI that they're going to be integrating into QuickBooks and every professional business software.
Whoa.
Oh, no, Dan, I'll tell you right now, in 5 years, you're not going to be able to buy professional business software that isn't AI assisted. It's going to be that big of a game changer. It takes out so much of the donkey work. It's you can, it's the new Excel. I promise you. Like, it's insane how much of like a lever it is for your efficiency. But like, it isn't like there are downsides. But like that's the AI that's getting used, and like it's not the don't give it the nuclear codes AI. It's the like, well, now we don't have now we don't need people anymore.
Yeah, that's
AI.
That's what's concerning. One thing that's very concerning. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
did you guys hear the Sports Illustrated story about it?
No.
Look it up.
Well, like I plan on taking like classes, like extra, like I'm trying to learn as much as I can about how to operate AI because like it absolutely is going to be the next like it's going to be the new computer. Like people who, in the 90s, people who were computer proficient in the business world were just so much better off that, I mean, they were just so much more valuable. And like this is the new that. It's going to be like, people who can use the internet and people who can't. People who can use AI and people who haven't bothered to learn it. It's going to be that big of a thing. And the more I know about it, the more of my job I will be able to automate, which is also part of that goal.
100%. There's a lot of jobs that are just going to get automated away.
Yeah. Yes, Jake?
Do we need to upgrade my character?
Nope, we did that this weekend, remember?
Yep.
Or I guess it wasn't this weekend, it was, yeah, it was. It was the day before Thanksgiving. Oh, so this was last week.
One thing I get a little concerned about is that it seems like most times when people advance their technology, instead of relaxing in the newfound efficiency, they then ramp up the requirement for how much work we do. So
for sure.
Now we can work harder, so we need to work as hard as possible. It's like, let's just take a breather. That'd be great. I think a lot of people could really use a breather.
Well, and along with, and this has probably come up with like other big things like the computer and such, but along with AI, like there has been a conversation about, I can never remember actual specific terms. It's everyone getting like a universal living wage.
Oh yeah.
Universal basic income.
Because like, yes, universal basic income. Because like, if the robots are doing it, like the country's still making, yeah.
Yeah, that's another can of worms. Which I'd love to talk about, but we are here for D&D, so I think I'll steer us towards that.
Oh, there you go.
Because I could go on for hours talking about things.
We could easily spend 3 hours on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Aaron, when's the wrestling gonna come to Spokane again?
I heard a rumor that they're actually coming like beginning of next year.
I thought I read that somewhere too.
I sent you a text. There's a massive show in January. I think it is like the WWE.
Fantastic. Yeah, I heard something about that. So Jake, I'm going to look
That's
into
fun.
that, and
Yep.
I will hit
Okay.
you up, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Welcome
You're
again
welcome.
to another session of Dan's Tomb of Annihilation, where he's going to try to follow the storyline tonight. First time ever.
We've gotten so far without it. We don't even need it.
Storyline.
Storyline's in here. It's not written down. It's in my head.
We made it to level 8. We don't need a story.
That's right.
We believe in you, Dan.
Thanks for being D&D, Dan.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you for participating. It really means a lot to me. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if anyone took any written notes of last session. I'm trying to get myself into taking notes even as the DM, because there's some things I tend to forget. Do you remember if you ended up searching the dead bodies of the people that you just took
we're
out?
starting off. We're starting off with Zoran speaking.
Speaking with dead, I remember
Speaking with dead.
that. Yeah.
Because he said we're gonna start next campaign with that because they're just laying around, so we're gonna talk to them.
Okay.
I don't
See
think we
what's up
searched
in
for
the
anything. We like ended right when the fight stopped, I believe.
That must have been it. I
anyone-
remember I was having a hard time talking at that point.
Yeah.
That
Does
sore
anyone
throat was
remember
really
if this is the town we were looking for that what's his face sent us to?
Yes. So this is the town
So
of
we're-
Tamalka that
So
Artist
we're on
Simber
the way
sent you
here
to.
when we ran into the lizard people. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I kind of
Wait.
took you on a detour of a detour. I have a
I
habit
like
of
it.
doing
It was
that.
a good one.
Oh, good. Yeah, and this is the place where you're searching for a man named Wainwrath. Sorry. Wainwrath has information about the lost city of Mesro, which was that lost city that you're looking for. You're on a contract right now for 250 gold total, paid on delivery if you end up getting that information from Wainwrath and bring it back to Artisimber. And he would meet you at Port Castigliar, which is roughly where you were when you met him.
Man, I have a Zach thought, but Gedlin definitely wouldn't think it. So
That's rough. I know how that is. That's how I felt with my character Dar a lot of the time. I'm like, oh man, Dan does not like this. But Dar would have to. Alright, so we begin with you in the entranceway of Tamalka, standing over a dead archer and a dead veteran.
Well, I will. I'll search one if you guys want to do your speak with dead thing.
Can I?
Actually, did I kill one of these guys or not?
I don't remember. I think you might have killed the archer.
I feel like Aaron got the archer, but I could be wrong.
I killed at least
Okay.
2 of them.
There was only 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Well, then I killed them both.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jacoby.
Yeah.
Good road.
It says I have an ability, but it says when you slay a humanoid, not when your buddy slays a humanoid. So
Oh,
maybe I
darn.
can use that.
I don't know why that reminds me of a joke. And you're not supposed to cut towards your body, you're supposed to cut towards your buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you end up searching the dead guys, the archer has nothing on him aside from a bow and a quiver of arrows, which you're welcome to take if you want. Just
Did Jacoby
standard
take it?
number of arrows you'd find. Yeah, you are welcome to. I think it's 20 arrows in a quiver, if I remember right. Somewhere around there. It kind of doesn't matter so much. We haven't really been counting ammo anyway. Who wanted to search the veteran? Was that Gedlin?
I can do that.
You end up finding a signet ring with an emerald inside of it. The value
Signet
of...
ring.
We'll say you've seen enough stuff. You probably can... You can guess the value is somewhere in the realm of 30 to 60 gold pieces in value. The
Can-
ring is engraved with a symbol representing a scaled claw.
A scaled claw?
That's correct.
Can I do a history, insight, maybe religion check?
Yeah, it would
Whichever would be more appropriate.
It would be a
to-
history check. Yeah.
Bummer, because I don't have a modifier for that. But when you roll 17, 17.
Okay. Tangential success. You recognize the clan that this belongs to. You don't remember the name. It's one of Chalt's oldest clans. They were prominent before the lands had fallen to the spell plague over 100 years ago. And they generally wear like very colorful reddish-brown garments with decorative patches.
Human
they
clan or like mixed race clan?
Mixed race. They may identify themselves. If you find more of these people, you might be able to figure out who they are. But it's this. There is one more dead guy in the village of Tamalka. That belongs to this clan. All the other dead people, which I just threw a couple tokens out there. There's definitely littered. There's bodies everywhere. The rest of those bodies have nothing to do with the clan. They're just villagers.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can also investigate the villagers.
I would. I'd like
wanna
to
do
be
that.
particularly respectful, though, and like, I'm investigating them, but I'm also like getting them like
Hold on.
lined up and like put at rest because I assume we're going to be burying them.
Yeah, hold on, don't go too far.
Why?
Let's do speak with dead first. We know there's traps in this village already. You guys
Oh,
tripped
good point.
3 of them because you went in.
Yeah.
All right. How does that work? Do you have to cast it, or does it
Yeah,
just happen?
So I'll cast it. I mean, it's one action to cast. It
Oh,
just
I see.
happens. Okay, so basically, as long as he's not undead and he has a mouth, we can ask up to 5 questions. And I think the first question I want to ask is, what happened here?
And which individual are you asking? That would be useful.
The veteran, because
The
he's
veteran?
right there and I'm lazy.
Okay. Does he have to respond truthfully?
Says until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. If you are hostile to it, or it recognizes you as an enemy, spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body. Can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything. That's about it.
Okay.
I have
So
a
he would
question
respond
to follow
with.
that. I have a question to follow that. Like, could I cast Zone of Truth
Ooh.
as well? So, Zone of Truth is you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere, centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in its radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
Oh, okay.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay. His first response then to your answer is, "We have razed this village to the ground. Malka is no more."
Okay, so when we first got here, we tripped some traps. Are there more traps in the village?
I do not know.
What?
I think the traps were set by the villagers, and these are the attackers.
I was thinking it was a honeypot situation. Okay.
No. Oh, that would have been smart too. Why? Why? Do you want to ask why they razed the village to the ground?
Sure. Oh, why did you attack this village and raze it to the ground, leaving no survivors?
I'm asking.
Did he say they left no survivors? He just said they raised it, huh?
Yeah. Boy, I actually don't know how to answer that question as the DM. Basically, he would tell you that he was contracted to do it, and that's all he knows.
Okay, so he's a mercenary.
D&D equivalent of, hey man, they got me on Craigslist. Okay, I don't know.
I didn't sign up for this.
I don't know, bruh. Right. Like, I just do what I'm told.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to be able to point us to some more traps so we can try to avoid some unnecessariness. Were you looking for anything specific in the village, or was it really just a...
There was a mage here that we were trying to capture.
Uh,
20-1. That's our boy.
yeah. Was that 3 or 4 questions?
That was the fourth question.
Was me asking that the 5th now, then?
No.
Ah,
I'd like to ask a question. You just did.
Yeah.
These are not the droids we're looking for.
Agreed. These are not the droids we're looking for.
I think that... Where did you take this wizard?
Oh, wait. We have not found him yet.
Okay.
And then
That's 5 questions. If that's 5 questions, yeah, it's over.
He
Particularly
falls over and dies again.
For a veteran, he didn't seem to be very in the know.
I mean, that was also a very forthright adversary. Yeah, I don't know.
It was worth a try. I suppose now we just investigate. I could always cast it again.
I'm not so good at coming up with dialogue for bad people. I gotta work on it. It's a point for growth. We'll put it that way.
Next time I will cast Speak with Undead on one of the villagers.
They
On
should know where the
undead.
traps are.
It specifically says it doesn't work on undead.
Oh, I thought you said speak with undead. I just misheard you.
Speak with Undead on one of the villages. So
Okay.
that they're nice people and Dan will do better.
Well, if
I
you
don't
want...
do that just yet. I think we should
Okay.
explore a little bit more before I cast another 3rd level spell.
Should we kind of search for more pit traps? Like, I don't know. Try to
I think
see
that would
them?
be prudent, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacoby.
Investigation then.
Sneak around and see.
Jacoby,
Yeah.
do you remember that you have a spell that might be
Yeah.
helpful here?
I have
Yes.
a spell, Dan.
What spell?
What spell's that?
Find
Find
traps?
Find traps?
Oh yes, that would be a very pivotal spell. Let's see what that spell says.
Since the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight, a trap for this purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap, but it would not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, an unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole.
Okay. Well, in that case, you identify that there are more alarms around each of the debris piles in the breakages of the walls. There are, because they are all within range. So each of these debris piles in the breaks of the wall are alarmed.
That makes sense.
You know what we should ask the veteran is if there was more people lying in wait.
That would have been smart.
Twould.
I
met
would
you.
like to go and investigate the village shrine and see if it is to any gods that I recognize.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Religion check?
I think. Religion or investigation. Whichever you prefer.
19
Okay.
for religion.
You, it is a rather generic shrine, but underneath it you find a small statue, small enough that you could pick it up if you wish. It's made of jade. It says a jade sun statue. It appears to be quite valuable. But you don't really glean a whole lot of religious information about the shrine. This seems to be a generic shrine that whatever each peasant or villager goes and makes sacrifices to their deity at this shrine.
Okay. This sun shrine, this sun statue. Would I recognize that as anybody's specific symbol?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll have to get with Zorn. Maybe. I don't know. He'll probably be better about last.
May I
time.
take a look at it?
Yeah.
You could.
Let me
Ask
see
me
it. Let me
later.
see it. What's it? Gedlin? Pass it over. Let me see if I know what it is.
It's pretty heavy. I think we should probably leave it here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come over and take a peek. I only got a 10 though.
Yeah, you're not sure the
Never mind.
origins of the statue, but it is.
I mean,
it is
if
quite
anyone's
ornate.
gonna know, who it is Zoran. We should ask him. You're right.
Okay, by
I
this
should've listened
time,
to you from your spirit.
you guys notice that there is just this ungodly smell in the village. Before you were a little distracted with fighting, and it's forgivable to think that maybe it might have been some of the dead bodies that maybe they've been there for a while, but it's become apparent to you now that this smell is obviously not coming from the dead bodies. It has encompassed the entire grounds, and it is horribly strong.
Uh-oh. Can I cast Detect Magic? Oh.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do I detect anything?
Let me find out. Nope, not at the moment. You don't.
Damn.
However, Valmira, what is your passive perception?
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's high enough. You, while you're trying to identify if this is a magical aura, you're sort of just looking around the village, and you see a building over here that has several walls knocked over, and there's a bit of a faint purple mist coming out of one of the holes.
I'm gonna bring attention to it. Everyone. And be like, hey guys, check this one out. I don't know if I have anything to help us go over.
I'm looking for a spell to see if I've got anything, but I really don't.
Does anyone have anything like around like wind or something? Can anyone move air?
Nope, not even if I had a short rest.
Darn,
definitely
that's
not.
something that Cassandra and Raka could have done.
Yeah. Yep. Is it coming toward us, like making its way toward us, or are we kind of like in a safe distance, but just smelling
It's
Like-
wafting out of the hole in the building and then becoming sort of deconcentrated in the air and as it spreads out.
So it's not
Yeah,
like a
that'd be a good
creeping
word, yeah.
mist. It's diffusing. Okay. So
Mhm.
we're good where we are. We can take a second and try and figure out what is going on. You know what? Just because I don't have anything I can do, and I gotta know something, right? I gotta get my bearings about me now. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna go peek in the windows of house 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Any particular...
What is this place?
anyone want to come with, and any particular way you want to do it?
Kobe wants to cut.
Do you want to just
Word?
sort of storm over there, like, just like man on
Yeah,
a
I
mission,
mean, like,
or do you
I'm-
want to be kind of quiet about it, or...
I wanna, like, quickly, I'm not trying to stealth, but, like, where am I? Sorry. I thought I was more in the middle of the town with the rest of the crew.
You are right
Can be.
here.
Yeah, down here. Okay, cool.
If you tell me what you're doing before you go start,
Um,
I'm not gonna go with you, but I'll give you guidance.
That would help. I don't know. I'm not trying to do anything, like, obnoxious, but I'm not trying to stealth either. But I want to, like, quickly, but, like, cautiously make my way probably around. I'm not trying to get close to house 4, but I guess I could have checked out the priest house. I don't know. I just want to start, like, what is this place? What is going on here? We got to get our bearings about us.
All right, I'll have you do a perception check then for me, please.
Okay. Terrible again tonight, 7.
You got guidance if you want it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, cool.
Was that a plus 1d4?
1d4, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jacoby got a 12 on his insight.
Oh! A 10. A 10 and a
Jacoby
12.
got 12 on his insight. Okay. I forget what that check was for, Zach. Can you remind me?
I thought you just asked for an insight check for everybody.
You want
Away into toward house 3.
If you wanted to go with, you're welcome to come with. I was curious what kind of approach. Did you want to go stealthy? Did you want to go fast? Are you doing perception? That sort of thing.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Velmira, you don't really see anything that you would consider out of the ordinary for a village that is kind of
I'm gonna...
been sieged and burned.
Okay, can we just... I want to start just going around and, like, checking in each of these houses. And it looks like I can pretty much just, like, peek in a doorway or a window of, like, each one of these and get a gist of, like... Because we looked at the shrine, right? We didn't look at the family shrine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did we check out the priest?
The priest house. Okay, I say we divide and conquer. Since we're in
I
a
was
small
gonna say
village,
priest
we're not splitting the party.
Okay.
I'll go
What was
I'll
that?
go with you to the priest's house.
Okay.
If they're checking
Okay, I'm
3,
gonna
we'll
check
check
out
5.
The family shrine since I'm up here. I just want to keep checking it out. I want to get the whole gist of the town. What on earth?
Okay.
I'll go with these guys.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of sneak over there, just in case, you know.
Obi, you got my back? Gonna check this out?
Okay. Velmira, you discover that this family shrine has something interesting about it. Let's see. Let me get to the right page here. It's like the one that's not numbered. Oh yes. As you're walking around the shrine, it seems to be normal, but then as you're passing around by the side of it, you see a wooden trapdoor that was poorly obscured with a section of bush over top of it. Looks like maybe whoever went through that trapdoor was in a hurry and didn't get enough time to actually obscure it effectively enough, and so the sort of camouflage is not as good as it should have been. The rest of you looking at the priest's house.
Wait, I'm gonna quietly bring attention to that to, what's his name? Jacoby. Definitely let him in. And be like, hey, look at
Let's see. Those of you who are searching House 5, the priest's house, it's easy to be able to get inside. There's a wall that's knocked down. Inside you find various wooden carvings and trinkets decorating this house. The furniture has been tossed about. A desk and a dresser in the corner of the main room has all of the drawers pulled out. The bed is turned on its side near the rear wall. And there is there's a bunch of scattered papers on the floor.
Well, we should definitely read those papers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Looks
very
like
slow reader as I sit down and start reading a page.
It looks like a struggle, which kind of tracks with the dude's story, so I think he probably told us the truth.
Or it's been, it looks like the room's been tossed even after the struggle, like they were looking for something.
True. Yep.
Are you guys familiar with the scene in The Mines of Moria where Gandalf's reading the book and the guy is talking about how there's people breaking in and then the writing trails off?
No, what's the Lord of the Rings?
That's what's going on here. Is he was, it's sort of he was writing about something, and then the subject changes to him talking about how the whole village is under attack, and that believes the only place where he can actually survive is in the village maze.
Village maze?
Mm-hmm.
Is it metagaming to say that after Valmira finds that trap, I guess there's nothing else she really finds about that area, that she goes and looks and meets up with the rest of the crew?
No, that's not metagaming at all. No. It's
Like,
very
alright.
fair game. As you're walking over there, though, something catches your attention, and a very large creature walks out of building number 4 into the open courtyard, being followed by a druid. And you hear a roar from a very... Actually, I have this token the wrong size. There we go, that's more correct. That's more better. This large monstrosity lets out a bellowing roar and paws at the ground. And now I'm gonna look. If you look at the camera for a moment, this is what it looks like.
Oh, I'm trying to get to the camera.
That is...
I've seen that photo before.
Unfortunate.
That is what you see. I really like the token art better. But this is going to start initiative.
No!
Jinkies.
I love it. I'm going to add you to the tracker. Go ahead and add your number once you know what it is. No words said.
Oh my god, it's
Just,
it's
you
gonna
were
be one of
discovered.
those nights tonight, y'all.
Mm-hmm. You just happen to be discovered. As a completely free action that takes nothing from your action economy, whoever wants to can roll a nature check or an insight to see if they can figure out what creature this monster is. You just roll for it and tell me what you get.
Jacoby?
Yes.
Not good enough.
Is that something you might want to do? Nature check or something?
Yes.
It rolled
Yeah,
so
but God,
slowly
why not?
off of the 19.
Dan, can you add me to
Ooh,
the
a
turn
sloppy
order?
19.
Oh, yeah, I totally thought I did. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. I didn't realize I hadn't. Oh, also at the same time, guys, you're going to love this. 2 more figures step out of building 3.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's a
Here.
crossfire
What's
situation.
going on? Oh! Everybody, anyways, we gotta fight this. We gotta talk after this, though.
We don't have to let's try to talk first. Let's use our words.
That's
I'm all
right.
for that.
No attacks have been made yet.
Like we're
Oh, I thought
looking
that when I
for
started
we're looking
initiative.
for a wizard. Like this guy clearly is magical.
Okay, never mind. You're right.
I'm just envisioning like
Okay,
I'm in the house reading stuff, right?
I wanna
Yes.
like drop back towards the group, and whoever can hear me right here and be like, "There's a trap door next to the family shrine." People got in and out.
That's
too
what you
bad.
want to spend your your action on.
Yes. Yes. Because how is it that two dudes pop out of house 3? I was just over there. Like, it's not that big. Like, I looked at all the windows and stuff. Nobody was in that house.
Anyone else want to do the insight check and figure out what that creature is?
Jacoby,
Oh.
you said you wanted to?
I'm
Yes, I
sorry.
wanna do it.
Go ahead, Jacoby. I also see Velmira got a high enough number. But he can roll if he wants
Okay,
to
cool.
see if he can get more information.
Go for it, dude.
16.
Yeah, that is sufficient. You have encountered a Catobal Pass. A disgusting monstrosity from the swamps that is known to bring nothing but disease-ridden conditions to any land that it what would you say? Any of its territory.
I think we
It is the
sprung another
Disgusting.
trap, guys.
It is a disgusting conglomeration of a bloated buffalo, dinosaur, warthog, and hippopotamus.
Jeez.
And it exhales a purple mist from its mouth. And it's generous to call it a mouth because its face is made of bone.
Three of
That's
the most
horrible.
dangerous animals ever.
These other two guys up here are archers. They're just like the guy you killed earlier. But you do not know who the other guy is. He's a mystery to you.
Wait, are they dressed like the guy that we killed earlier?
Yep, they're, by all intents and purposes, the same thing. Same people.
Oh. Alright.
Somebody said they wanted to talk. Was that right?
Yeah.
All right, what's your
I'm gonna
approach?
step forward and ask about and call out to them. Just be like, "Hey, glad to see someone's around here. I think your pet got out." But like being like joking, you know what I mean? Like not threatening at all.
The druid turns to the Catobal Pass and says, "Looks like somebody got through the traps. Go and
Well,
finish
we
him
had
off."
some. Oh no! Somebody
on
else sprung him.
flesh.
Somebody else sprung him. No, don't do that. Don't do that. What if I try to wait? Can I roll intimidation to like call the creature down? I did this to a mastiff one time and I'm surprised it worked. Be like, hey!
Yeah, go for it.
Stop it!
Why not?
Now, sit down! Right, like put on my full mom voice. Oh my god, for a natural 20. Stop it!
Okay, depends
I
on...
did not see that roll coming.
I love natural 20s, but sometimes they just don't apply even if you get them. Let's see if it does.
Rules as written,
Oh, if he
like they
did-
don't even like apply to
immune.
skill checks.
Yeah, rules as written. That's not a critical.
Right. You can only get it on like attack rolls and stuff. I mean, like I too think it's more fun to use them on skill checks, but
I would agree. I tend to
Situational.
err on that side, but you're right. In this case, unfortunately, the worst thing possible could happen, and it turns its eyes towards you. I need you to make a. Wait, actually, I take that back. I missed something very important in that. Nope, you're fine. It looks at you, but nothing happens. Now I'm giving it away.
Is it still like moving then? Or is it
I would
like
say
not
it's moved
attacking
up
us anymore?
to here.
So it's still attacking.
It hasn't attacked. so it can't be still attacked.
Oh, okay. I thought he
it
said
is
to go
moving.
attack. Right. He told it to attack. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and put myself between me and it and the team.
Okay. Any
Yeah.
more attempts to do this without violence? If not, the initiative is just going to start because the Kotobupas is moving towards you.
I'll defend myself with the first strike. You know what I mean? Like, I won't move till it does.
All right.
I'm more
But I'm
of that kind of
very
mind, like,
defensive.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah, same.
Sounds good.
Um,
It breaks into a
Yes.
run, which is effectively a dash, and makes it up to here. Vilmira, I need you to make it DC 16 con saving throw, please.
Is this for being frightened?
No.
Okay. Do I get to re-roll a 1 on this?
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Well, fudge. 2,
Another
so a
one.
7. No, it's a 2. It wasn't technically another 1, which would have really perturbed me, but you know, close
Pretty
enough
close.
to like.
So what was your final number? Were you are you still getting the 1d4?
No, it's a one. It's a one.
No, that's over. Yeah. So only a 7.
Oh.
But
no.
if I have advantage on being frightened.
Yeah, but it's not being frightened.
Yeah. Oh no. All right.
Wait.
I'm gonna.
So I have another. Wait. Hold on. In my little saving throws box on D&D Beyond, it has also in there +3 on saves. Does that mean I get +3 to whatever
Yeah.
rolls?
Yeah, you get +3.
Okay, so it would be a 10 then.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Did you press that button?
I don't
to
know
roll
how.
The die? Or did you roll the die
Yes.
separately? If you press that
No, I
button,
pressed
then
the-
it accounted for it.
It's
Right.
already in there, yeah, that's part of it. That's where he chooses.
You rolled a 2 and you had a +5, right?
Okay, so the 3 is in the +5. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay,
shoot.
never mind. It's just a 7.
Oh
Okay.
man. Liz, I am sorry. You're gonna take 64 necrotic damage, and
Holy hell.
the condition is if
Dead.
the target is reduced to 0 points, that it is killed.
What? Negative.
God.
So, all right. Well, y'all have fun. I'm gonna go make a new character real quick.
Well,
That
she
was-
gets death saving
that was
throws.
fun.
I'm not saying dead. I don't want to play that. Go, you make your death saving throws. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's a very different thing.
And the
I
way
guess
you
I didn't say
sounded
that
like
part out
sounded
loud.
like dead.
Well, I
dead.
felt bad because I gave you 64 necrotic damage.
You should feel bad.
No,
That
I
would
mean,
have
like
knocked
if that's
any
what,
one of us out.
Well, she's the paladin. She's supposed to take it.
That would have knocked
No.
any one of us out.
I really wasn't even back to health from the last time either. I haven't rested enough. Like,
I can't believe that the actual real creature. And I didn't make this creature up. This is a genuine creature in the book, in the monster manual.
hey, look,
It
I mean,
does
if that's how
say-
the cookie.
That's how it kills
not
you. But I don't want to play by that.
Yeah, it's not supposed to one hit.
I mean-
most people though. Interesting.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so I roll a d20 then for each of these.
Excuse me.
I don't die. in-
Sorry, I made that very unclear. That is the initial round, which then moves us to Jacoby.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
How many archers are there?
There are
There's
two
One
archers.
here.
Can I take one of them out?
Could certainly give it a shot.
Yeah, but
Alright. First attack. It's a 24 hit.
It does.
Better.
Hey, That'll be 7 points of piercing damage. Hey, Jacoby, guess what we forgot to do?
Whoa, what?
Cast Hunter's Mark.
I'll just say he did. I know he wanted to.
I wanted to so bad.
I can feel it in his bones.
Very kind of you, Dan. That'll be 3 more. 3. What is that? Bludgeoning damage.
Jacoby takes down an archer in one shot.
Dang.
And if he wants to, he can bonus action move his hunter's mark to the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake, your second attack on the other archer.
Yes. Leave no
19 to
prisoners.
hit.
That hits.
Leave no prisoners, Dan.
Leave no prisoners.
Ooh, yes, max damage. 13 piercing damage
All right,
and
he
1
is
bludgeoning damage.
also down. Just
Dang,
like that.
Jacoby.
2 shots. Wannabe Elrond over here, or not Elrond, Legolas over here is just wiping the floor. Good job, Jacoby. Anything else?
Thank you.
I think he's got movement. That's
No,
all
that's
he's got
it.
left. Okay.
That's it.
Brings us to Zoran.
Zoran is very scared. I'm going to cast. Does this have the range I want it to? Sorry, double checking stats real quick.
No problem.
I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality, which allows me, centered on me, 30-foot sphere, 30-foot radius. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature to regain 2d6 hit points.
All right, Velmira.
So that
She can do
that's
it.
just going to be up for a bit, and yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that.
Yep, she is in
from there
range.
you get 8 points of healing. I'm gonna use my bonus action to
8 points. Okay.
You are
make
back.
8 points, but
Not-
this is up, so
Not
I can
80 points.
do that for a bit. And then I'm just gonna hunker down in that building. Like, I feel like I crawled to a window and I'm looking out a window at what's going on.
My bad, by the way, with my misspeak earlier. I was trying to say that's what the sheet said. I didn't want her to actually be dead. I was very unclear. I would not. That would be just
Whoa.
heartless of me. So,
Hey, look, like, sometimes it just to be like that.
it would make me feel terrible.
The wrong place at the wrong time.
This brings us back to the Ketobelpes, who does not do the Death Ray. That's what it's called, the
Oh.
Death Ray. Instead, he moves closer to Velmira and is going to attempt to make a tail attack instead. Do you have any reactions, Velmira, for AC?
I was just about to look. Hold on, sorry, yeah. Reaction, there we go. An opportunity attack. Oh, I can slash out at it. Alright, as soon as the tail comes, I use the last bit of my little bit of strength to line up
Zach.
and just, like, whack the crap out of it. Just
As what? An opportunity attack?
I don't think that would work. I'm sorry, Liz.
Liz, that's not how opportunity attacks work.
I appreciate the attempt, though.
When it leaves your space, like when it stops being engaged with you without taking the disengage action, then you get an opportunity attack.
Oh my god, okay. I mean, like, I agree, that makes sense, I'll do it. It's just the ridiculousness of it gets me. It's not you, sorry.
No
The
problem.
logical idea is that if somebody like just tries to run away from you while you're right in their face, you're probably going to be able to hit them once.
Right. They have to create an opportunity for you to make that attack by, like, not focusing on defending themselves as they run away.
I probably should have. I think I poorly phrased the question. What I should have said is she has a shield. Does that give her extra AC?
It should already be accounted.
I'm already
Have it
wielding it, yeah. It's
Okay.
in there.
All right. Does a 15 hit?
No, luckily.
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
that shield came in handy.
Swipes with its tail and it misses. And then ends its turn, moving us on to Davri.
Oh boy. Yeah. Man, I'm really trying to figure out which weapon I should attack with here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move up and stab it with the rapier. And just hope I don't die soon.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move right about there. To the point I'm not being trampled, but I'm right up on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it the old stabby with the rapier. And I assume I don't hit with an 8.
Oh no, you don't.
That's a nat 1 with a 7 modifier.
If you got a nat 1, you get to re-roll it as a halfling unless you rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or you're the D&D Beyond could be awful and toxic to you and be like, oh, you rolled a 1, you can roll again. Here's a 2.
I got a 13. That's not much
Thanks.
better.
How much was it?
13 probably. 13.
No, just barely misses. I forgot to tell you the armor class. It's 14.
Okay. Okay. I am going. Well, I can't really hide where I'm at. Yeah, no, I'm not going to take a bonus action. I need to pick up some more weapons so that I can do 2-weapon fighting. That would be cool. But I don't have 2.
You need that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I can only use light weapons for that. So I have a dagger and I can pick up another light weapon to be able to do.
There's not that many light weapons. If you have a dagger, a lot of rogues just rep 2 daggers because there's not that many light. Like a rapier is your best light option weapon. Sorry to get metagaming, but
No,
if you
you're good,
have a
you're
dagger, I would think maybe consider using it.
Yeah.
I'd need to use 2 though. I'd have to attack with 2 light weapons, and they do significantly less damage. So it's kind of like.
But you could have do you have a rapier?
Yeah, that's not a light weapon.
You can have rapier in one hand, dagger in the other.
It doesn't say light next to it.
Oh, you're right. It's just a finesse weapon.
Yeah,
Does that not
daggers
mean it's a light weapon?
No, daggers are light. Daggers are light.
It's. I mean the
No,
dagger.
I think he's right.
Dagger's light. Rapier is not. Rapier does twice as much damage as a dagger, though. So I could either do 1 powerful attack or 2 not very powerful attacks. I'd rather do 1 powerful. So, anyways,
He's right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good to go.
All right.
I'm staring at the beastie. Actually, wait, hold on.
Gedlin, you'll be next when he's done.
Just how far away am I from old buddy? Nope, never mind. Okay.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't trust that on this map because I turned off the true grid. The grid is only from the map image, so each of these squares is 5 feet. So
it's significantly more than 30. So
you're like almost 80 feet away from Dapro over there.
Yep. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Then it's Gedlin.
Gedlin is going to bonus action Hexblade Curse the creature and charge in. Move him in there. Come running in, circle around this side, even though we're not doing flanking, and make 2 attacks with his sword. First attack. Does a 19 hit?
It does. It's a good hit too.
That'll be 15 points of piercing damage. Second attack. Unfortunate. Does a 13 hit?
Nope. And just so you know, I put it in the name now, so that hopefully that'll help you out.
Oh, okay.
How much damage did he
Yeah,
take?
that's right. You told us it was 14. All right, well then that's it. That's my action bonus action movement. I'm locked down.
Let's see. You took 13 originally. There we go. All right. Let's see. That moves us to Valmira. Okay, Valmira. An additional thing's going to apply because your turn is now starting within 10 feet of the Katoval Pass. I need you to make a con saving throw, DC 16, to avoid being poisoned.
You're trying to kill me.
I don't know.
Yep.
You're the tank.
22?
That's a success.
A 22?
That's a success. Yep.
Okay, so
You are
is it my
now
turn yet?
You are immune to the stench for 1 hour.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So that only applies
Oh, okay.
to you.
I take a deep breath. Is it like looking at me? Is its tail toward me again? Like when I'm standing, like looking at it. What am I saying?
It has its tail towards you, as if it had just swiped and missed.
Okay. Then with that, I'm going to. Is it like a really long creature?
He is large, so he's 10 by 10, I think.
By 10, okay. Because I'm only 3 feet. So, if anything, I'm going to lunge at it, like, toward his head. But even if I land at, like, the gut, wherever I land on him, I'm just going to, like, change my battle axe and pull.
All right.
I think I'll go battle axe first to make that. I don't know.
Just roll for an attack.
Okay, I'm just going to jump and chop. What's done? Does 13 doesn't hit, does it?
It doesn't. It just misses.
Okay, so then when I have that spell that says when you make a melee weapon attack, I can't remember if I have to like actually hit.
For what?
Oh, I could have another attack then. I have an extra attack. I didn't
That's
know
what
if
I
I had to. I couldn't remember if I had to land that first attack
No.
to use the second one, but I don't.
Yep, you always get to per attack action.
Perfect, because does 25 hit this time?
It does.
Okay, so now I should have planned this out better, but I'm going to cast Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon, so that gives me an extra +3. Sorry, my computer's getting slow tonight. And then to hit, so that's that. A 26, so a 29 to hit.
Oh, you already hit. What's the damage?
Oh, that's right, I already hit. Okay, never mind, sorry. The damage would be 18, and then there was something I wanted to do for the damage, but I can't go down. Okay, there you go. There I go.
That's pretty good.
And then hit with Divine Smite, so on one spell slot, use extra 2d8 in my spell. Sorry, the pages in my character sheet get really slow.
Anything else for you then, Valmira?
2d8. Yeah, 1 second. 2d8.
Okay.
Radiant damage. But you only do the 8. Don't. It's just 8 damage. I don't know why there is a 20 in there.
Oh, no problem. Alright, so
Yeah.
18 followed by an 8.
Yep.
Excellent damage. I better actually see how much health my monster has now.
I just go to hacking at the thing. Magical hacking.
Alright. Very good. Any movement? Or are you good to go?
And then yeah, I'm gonna start heading my way back towards the hut.
Okay, remember
But like I
you'll
don't
take
exactly want to.
If you do leave, you'll take an opportunity attack from the Katoval Pass.
So that means he gets a chance.
Yes.
I don't have to have disengage like I did when I was a little rogue.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
If you
Aaron,
hadn't
do
attacked,
not
you
take
could
your
have.
disengage for disadvantage. For granted, I mean. Don't take it for granted. I'm gonna scoot back as far as I can, but I gotta make it back away from this thing somehow. So hopefully it doesn't hit me.
So technically, I think she's still in range because he's got a 10-foot range, and so she hasn't left engagement by where she moved.
I have a walking speed of 25 feet.
Okay.
I just couldn't tell what that was.
I would guess, Jared, am I right? If the Catobal Pass can reach all the way out to this space that she was just in, which would be 10 feet.
You can certainly rule it that way if you'd like that. I think that makes sense to me. The fact that you're trying to move, Liz, after we just told you might get a reaction attack on you is kind of weird to me. I'm not sure what your intent actually is.
I don't know.
If your intent is to get away from the creature, I think it's fine. If it's just for flavor, you're backing up a little bit. Totally fine.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what that was it.
That's what I think too. We'll go with that. That moves us to the druid, who ends up using dash to land all the way up by Jacoby.
Oh.
And then ends his turn, bringing us to Jacoby.
Okay.
Well,
How far
Jacoby,
away
what are
is
you going to do? The creature's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 feet away.
But you got a dude up in your grill too.
How many?
No. Rules as written. Think about it. You've got a person right in front of your face. If you were trying to shoot your bow and arrow while I was yelling at you, you wouldn't be able to shoot it as well. You do get disadvantage on that.
You do have short swords.
I'm gonna use my short swords.
Drop your bow, use your short sword.
Yeah.
Okay. I've actually never done two-weapon fighting. I think on the second one you don't add the modifier, right?
Correct. There's a feat or something that allows you to, but I think generally you're correct. I'm actually almost to the rules. Just a sec. I can double check that. Go ahead and keep going. You're doing it right.
Ooh, does an 11 hit for that first attack?
No.
Unfortunate. Second attack. Does a 21 hit?
That does, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're re-rolling that because you're piercing. Much better. 8 and 4. So 12 points of piercing damage between the two short swords.
Okay. Yeah, it's not hard to make contact with the druid. He's not wearing any particular armor. No, with the first attempt, your short sword seemed to be hindered. That's the word I was going for. Hindered by something that you couldn't see, and I would say Velmira's detect magic aura is probably still up, and she's close enough. She'd probably be able to tell that Dapro cast Barkskin on himself. No, that would be.
I'll communicate that to Jacoby. Like he has fighting skin now. I don't know, like something like I'm not gonna explain it to him, but like
his skin's made for fighting now.
I like that. That brings us
magic
to
armor thing started.
Zorn.
First things first, I'll use my bonus action to heal Liz up. I know it's not a lot, but just a sec.
Thank you.
Ooh, that was max 12.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
That was exciting.
That brings you to 20, correct?
I believe so. Character sheet right
Sounds right.
here.
I will go ahead and spend. So that was my bonus
Yeah.
action. I'll use my action to do the emboldening bond, and I will give 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, Gedlin, you're just out of the range. So I'll give Davri, Valmira, and myself the emboldening bond, which will give you the extra D4 on all of your attacks.
Did you want to move closer?
No, because I'm hiding in the house.
Okay. Just thought, if he's just out of range, you could move just in range,
That's his fault for being out of the range.
Zach, you should have planned for
I
this.
should know better.
You should have planned for this. Can't believe you said that.
Yeah, so that's a action and a bonus action, and I will stay put, so I'm done.
All right, Katob will pass. He's a little peeved at Davri now, after Davri tried to stab him. So he's going to make a tail attack at you.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, he got a natural 20.
Ow.
Yeah, that's not fun. All right, hang on. I need to get more dice.
That's not good.
He
We
always
already
says
know
that.
he hit. He's going
I need to
for
get more dice to
That's-
kill you with.
That's bad.
Let me go get enough dice to kill you.
Hold on, just a sec.
It is a classic thing of mine. 32 damage. Bludgeoning.
Okay, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge reaction to have that attack damage.
Awesome.
Because I can see him. So, yeah.
Down to 16. And then I need a con saving throw to beat a 16 to avoid being stunned.
You can utilize the D4 that I just gave you on a saving throw if you need it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I just roll the con and then roll a d4 afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm.
Okay.
It's kind of like I think you can decide to do the D4 afterwards, but that's a little vague in the wording.
I'm just gonna.
Like you can roll the D20 and see if you need it, but
I'm probably okay. 7. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I might not even waste it. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Good point. 4. So it's 11 total.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't make it, so you are now stunned.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find the right one. And then the turn moves to... Oh, it's to Davri, so you're now stunned at the beginning of your turn. So that does have its cons. You cannot... Let's see here. You can't move, can barely speak, fail strength and dex saves. Attackers have advantage. So.
Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't planning on moving or talking anyways. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep attacking. Going with the old rapier.
All right.
Does he get anything? That seems weird to me.
All right, finally hit. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Oh, is it a dex? Oh, this would be where I need Jared and Zach to help me out, because I don't know. So if he's stunned and he has fails on dex... Oh, it saves. My bad.
Yeah, it saves.
Ignore what I was saying. I, for some reason, thought it was checks.
I do a whopping 6 rapier damage, but oh wait, there's someone within 5 feet of him, right?
Yes.
Is there? Because Valmira moved out.
We got
Yeah,
Gedlin
maybe?
there.
Yeah. Well, so I'm within
Oh.
5 feet of your enemy. I think that also gives you advantage.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, within 5 feet of
It
the
does.
enemy. That's what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, sneak attack going as well. There's some. All right, 15 damage there.
Wow.
And
So what's
I'm
your
gonna
total?
do a little. So the total would be 21 damage, but I'm doing Whales from the Grave as well.
Wow.
Wait, assuming that
That
this
was good.
person's hold on, I gotta read Whales from the Grave real quick to make sure that the dude's close enough. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. After Dovry will be Gedlin.
Sorry, I'm having trouble finding the documentation real quick. Just a sec.
That's okay. No problem at all. What is it you're trying to find?
Whales from the Grave.
Let's see. Let's see if I can help.
Okay, found it. Within 30 feet of the first creature. Okay, no, I can't use that. So yeah, just 21 damage total.
All right. Sounds good. Moving on to Zach.
All right. Gedlin is going to bonus action move his hex to this creature and make 2 attacks with his rapier.
Okay.
Bummer.
I think you had already hexed it, so you can save your bonus action.
No, I have the hex spell and hexblade curse are 2 different things,
Oh, my bad.
and the hexblade spell lasts for like 8 hours when I cast it at 4th level, which is all I can cast it at.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah. Well, the first hit was a 2 for an 10, so not
Yeah,
so
not high
great.
enough.
Second attack is a 10 for an 18.
But that does hit.
That does hit great. Okay. That'll be 9 points of piercing damage and 1 point of necrotic damage.
Excellent.
And I'm just gonna slash at its back leg to try to get it to turn around and face me instead of Davri. Trying to really hamper it.
I would say that probably was effective, but it can't take place till its next turn. But then Velmira is up.
All right. Now, I'm still fairly close to it.
You're 10 feet away from it, so you could definitely move right
Okay,
back
cool.
to 5 feet and attack it. If
Yeah,
you wish.
yeah. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so I should have kept track of that because. Okay, and then the +3 to mine. For what minute? Okay. Ooh, to the 21 hit.
It does.
Yes. Okay, that's 13 points of damage, and I get to hit it again. And then that would be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
With another 13 points of damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
I think I finally hack my way, feeling like I'm hacking my way through the smell. But it really is the animal. Not across it, but I make it up to its neck. And I finally just get that last blow. Or no, I gut it from the bottom because I am so tiny. Sorry, get on that. I'm going through, and as I think I'm slicing through the smell, I'm actually just taking it open.
And
Through the
spraying its
middle.
guts all over you.
I did do that. Its guts do tumble out, so you
Yep.
know.
It's
Take
yeah.
my
You just
success with a grain of salt.
covered yourself in hunter's scent removal crap, except that it was scent addition.
It's like stink bait for a catfish.
Don't worry, it'll go away in the afterlife.
Gedlin's got you.
You just use
I don't care how good
forget
you
what it's
can
called.
make me smell. I feel like I'm probably still gonna be sick for the next day.
Okay. Now it is Dapro's turn. Dapro is going to cast Thunder Wave on Jacoby.
Oh, what?
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from Dapro. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from Dapro must make a con saving throw. On a failed save, he takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. So he needs to make a con saving throw.
13.
Not enough. He gets pushed 10 feet away and is going to take some damage. Not much. Very minor. 6 force damage. Or thunder damage, sorry.
6 thunder damage.
And in addition, everything that isn't completely nailed down to the ground around Dapro flies away from him. Like he just like... It was like a tank of compressed air just exploded.
Kobe, you see your longbow just go like flying across the family shrine.
Oh.
All
Can I
right.
pick it up again or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That brings us to Jacoby. So now he can make for it.
Do you want to go for your bow, or do you want to go in with your 2 swords and try to finish this guy off?
I want to go try to get my bow back.
Okay. 5, 10. Okay. Dan, how's equipping and unequipping weapons work? Like his bonus action to like pick up the... I don't remember. I'm getting it mixed up with Star Wars.
Interactions is... So my DM screen says that it would be an interaction to draw a weapon, which is what I would think it would be in this case. Which would be an action.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Can you use like his object interaction to pick his bow up?
Well, I think so.
And if he just like throws it over his shoulder or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of, I think rules as written, he's able to pick it up, but I don't think he can get an attack off.
Right. But like, could he pick it up and then still attack with his swords?
I think so.
Let's do that.
Okay. Moving you 1 step in like that, so you're on top of him, so you can attack him, right, Jake?
Yes.
Okay.
Get yours.
First attack. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
That will be 11 plus 3, 14 points of piercing damage for the first attack. Ooh, yikes.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
12 misses. Oh, shoot, I forgot to roll Hunter's Mark damage.
Just go ahead and add it. We know that Jacoby is going to use Hunter's Mark.
Another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jacoby, would you like to describe how you slay the druid?
Yes. I slayed it very good.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Jake, what kind of moves did you use on him at the end there?
A legless move.
Legolas move? Okay.
It's a good one.
Classic.
Classic, yes. All right, your well-earned victory music on. Oh, I only have Jared on Soundtail.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get the number. Here we are. I thought it was a little quiet, to be honest with you.
I was just checking some messages I got there. Thank you, Jared.
Don't worry about it. Jacoby, just remember, I saw like a Twitter like post that said something about like, I'm convinced that J.R.R. Tolkien always describes things as like the bow of Legolas or the steed of Legolas, just because he didn't want to write the sentence Legolas's arrow. I thought it was funny.
It was totally funny.
All right, recording the XP for that. All right.
Ooh.
You have slain the foes. You are now on your lonesome here in the town. You can search the bodies if you want.
Jacoby wants to pick up a body.
I have a Vitality of Aura up for... It lasts for a minute, so that's 8 more rounds.
So
I've used it
Valmira
twice.
could have taken another another thing of healing.
Well, so what I would say is I can keep concentrating on it, and I would get 8 more uses of it, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll that and keep pumping Davri and Valmira back up. So I'll
That
do the
works.
math. Give me a second.
All right. While you
That's
do
what I'm
that,
doing while you guys are searching.
I will say Jacoby finds on Dobro 42 gold pieces and a potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
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 Are you holding on to that? Or are you splitting that with the group there, partner?
I wouldn't hold on to it.
Hold on to it.
Hey, at least he thought about it first, right? Like, you did give it consideration, sharing and such. Hey, where did those other two, did we kill those other 2 archers, Jacoby?
Yes.
I was a little bit preoccupied. Okay, y'all, but I had to ask because there's a trapdoor behind that shrine. I was coming to get y'all when all hell broke loose. But I think I found where people could have escaped to, and the wizard might be on the other end of this.
You know, Zorn, if you were gonna ask a dead person something, that'd be the guy.
Davro, yeah.
I can certainly do that here in a second, but I am concentrating on keeping our friends healthy here for it. So go ahead and search some bodies real quick while I am doing math.
I'm gonna check the house that they just came out of, that the druid came out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go into there.
The walls in this building have mostly been knocked over, revealing what was once a large central area separated by 2 large rooms and 2 smaller rooms. That is all that it says. It was a family hut. That's all.
Okay, so I should have asked earlier before people came out of House 3, and I kind of assumed from like the rest of the aesthetic of this map, are these like huts, or are they like more ornate insides like us? Like, could I have looked in there and been like, oh, there's no one in there, and then all of a sudden 2 other people come out?
Yeah, ideally, given a good perception roll, you would have been able to look in there and see them, but because the roll wasn't good enough, you just didn't notice the archers. But yeah, they are relatively small huts. They just don't hold a whole lot.
Okay.
They just were concealed enough that you didn't see them. Would you guys like a 5-minute break?
Yes.
Yes,
That'd be
please.
great.
Let's do that. Sure. We'll come back, and then we'll figure out the health from Zorn's spell and all that.
I think I just healed them all the way up. I rolled 57. If I give Valmira 40, that leaves 17. So I think Davri's just down 1 health point.
Nice.
Nope, that's 17 left. They're both fully healed.
Yeah, I took 16, so I should be good after that.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Fixed, and then we will be back in 5 minutes.
I got 12 hit points.
crumbles. Like
You took it extremely well.
You did.
I thought there was a chance I was more upset than you were.
I don't know. I would not want to ruin somebody's enjoyment by just some situation like that. That would
because
be very frustrating.
I really do enjoy Valmira. I mean, like but honestly, like if there's an organic situation where it's like, you know what, you came up against and you just rolled some bad luck and you organically just die, homie.
Let me read to you.
You know, I'm not opposed.
What
I'm
the
not
attack
opposed to
says.
that. Like, don't go out of your way.
I'm having
So-
a really hard time finding him. What's his challenge rating? Oh, there it is, 5.
He's challenge
Wow,
rating
that's-
5. So
that's
his one really good action is Death Ray, which is a recharge 5 to 6. It targets one creature it can see within 30 feet. Target must make a DC 16 con saving throw, taking 36 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target takes 64 necrotic damage. The target dies if reduced to 0 points by this way. So,
Holy shit.
I momentarily got a little confused and also said it out loud when I didn't mean to, and it came across as, "Okay, Liz, you're dead," which was why I was like, "No, wait, no, that's not what I meant." So,
And then they're like, no, I was talking to myself, not everybody else.
I talk to myself all the time, and my coworkers are driven
Good.
nuts by it. They think that I'm stupid
You should.
because I say
You're
things.
not. It's actually a
Yeah.
sign of intelligence, and it's very helpful to talk to yourself. It's what
Oh.
keeps me sane.
I appreciate you saying that.
I'm just gonna say that's a bullshit ability for a DC 5 creature.
I thought
Because
it was a bit
nobody
strong.
Nobody level 5 has 64 health, and a DC 16 throw is hard. There's plenty of creatures out there, players that don't. You would still have. That's +3 proficiency at level 5, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a high chance of instant death.
that's way powerful for a.
I think what really offset it was that the adventure has Dapro as a really low level druid, and so the Catoblepas is really the one dangerous creature in the encounter, which lowers the CR rating overall. But again, you're right; it's a really powerful action for a level 5 monster.
With a 1/3 chance of being able to do it 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
It's also Tomb of Annihilation, so
yes, it's supposed to be absurdly hard.
yeah.
Okay, I know Zach's away from the computer at the moment, but those of you who are here, is there anything you want to do immediately?
What?
No, I think we're pretty healed, yeah?
We're healed up. Did any of those archers? Did anybody that we've fought recently have a short sword or a scimitar?
I think the archer has a short sword. So there are
Davri,
2 short swords on the ground you could take if you want.
I toss them both to Davri. Here you go, buddy.
Whee! Your wish is granted.
Oh, I could see stabbing somebody with one of these.
I was gonna say, I have an extra dagger too if you need one.
I could see stabbing somebody with these.
The rapier's cool and all, but I don't know. Give this a try. You were just talking about using your left hand.
Davri, you should also keep an eye out for short swords. Jacoby's short swords are a D6, and they're light weapons, so you could use 2 of them.
That's
He
what I
literally just got to him.
Oh, sorry. I thought you gave him a dagger. I was like, oh, I also have an extra dagger if you want it.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? I'm setting up some stuff. Let me know what you're thinking.
Well, Obviously, we gotta follow the tunnel, right?
Did we find a tunnel?
Liz says absolutely.
That's right.
We are looking for a maze. So that makes sense. I was very confused when I read the word maze. I don't see any mazes.
Yes. I found one way into the maze, possibly, if this is a maze, but there's a way into the ground. And I guide everybody to the secret little spot.
Before
feel
we
like-
go, can we check the warrior
Up
huts?
here.
Yes, you may.
I just quickly want to see if there's
That could be
anything
cool too.
there.
Yeah.
We get back to that.
That just sounds like a, hey, there might be a weapon in here.
It looks like anything of value that was in there has been taken. Everything has been turned over. The huts are burning, or smoldering, I guess I should say. And there is nothing of value remaining.
Okay. Let's
Does it look like we just rolled up on this?
Kind of like maybe the fight had finished a half an hour ago.
Wow.
I was getting that vibe as well.
Are we able to get a short rest in?
So,
If you'd like.
I thought we just did.
Well, you had kind of talked about it, but I don't think anyone had. I wasn't
Oh,
here.
I thought that was the
I was
about.
away from the computer.
Okay.
Gadlin's already rolling, so yeah, we'll take a quick sabbatical. To
After which, though, like,
bandage up
we
the
are
peppers.
still hot on the heels of this possible wizard, so, like, we need to go with all haste.
Okay, well, this sounds like a very fun adventure.
So when you do go down, I'm not going to immediately move you to a new map. There's going to be a little bit of theater of the mind here, okay?
Okay.
So let me know when you do want to do that. You're doing a short rest first, though.
I will prestidigitation Valmira so she no longer smells like creature guts.
Congratulations, Valmira. You no longer smell like death, just life.
I will cast aid to give. Who's our weakest babies? Definitely Davri. Jacoby, are you on the squishy side or are you pretty hardy?
Hey Zach, am I on the squishy side?
Yeah, I mean, for this group, yes.
Yeah.
In reality, no.
Okay, so Davri, Jacoby, and I feel like Velmira takes more hits. So Velmira, you all get 5. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5.
Ah.
Sweet.
Are those, like, temporary hit points?
That would be the best way to track it, so you don't screw up your hit point maximum. I think.
Yeah. I don't feel like going back into settings and resetting all that, and then going back into settings and unsetting all that. Yeah.
Right.
How many people got additional 5 points?
Davri, Jacoby, and Vilmira. It's only
Okay.
I can do it to 3 people on a single cast.
All right.
And how long is that for?
All day, 8 hours, baby.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
There you go. I've updated the Roll20 tokens. Okay, for this next portion, it is Theater of the Mind. So you are descending into the trapdoor? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All
There
right.
you go.
From the papers that you read in Wainwrath's house, you have sort of put together a little bit of context that Wainwrath built a maze underneath the village, leading to a private shrine where he and the elders perform occasional prayer rituals to Uptao. So that is where he ended up retreating to during the battle. Alright, the maze is dangerous. It is guarded by several traps. And not only that, it is a maze, so it is difficult to find your way. So I'm going to have... So there's some dice rolls I have to make here. Alright.
Hey guys, do we want to try hollering real loud and being like, "Hey"?
I was just what Dan? How familiar would you say I am with this wizard that we're looking for?
From just reading about him?
Like, I know his name. I've read a little bit about him. I kind of have an idea of who this person may or may kind of be.
You could check his house for like a personal artifact or like hair or something if you're doing what I think you're doing.
Yes, you definitely could do that.
Could we say we tried that? I don't know what house his is, but during the short rest, I was like...
It was the house you were hiding in during the battle.
Oh, he's the priest.
He was a priest. Yeah.
So I've read his writings.
We're both men of worship.
Uh-huh.
How familiar would you say he is?
Familiar enough for what I think you're trying to do.
Can I cast sending to him?
Yes.
Full send.
Oh, I thought you were trying to do locate person. Sending, I think it just needs to be someone that you are aware, like you are like you know of them.
That's why I asked to define familiar, because it says you send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just thinking here, so I can respond appropriately. What are you saying?
So I will reach out. I want to make it clear that Zoran knows the guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
Jared doesn't. So if I block on that...
Wainwrath.
Wainwrath. Is that 2 words?
No, it's just one.
Okay, so I'll send it to him and I'll go, Wainwrath. We are an adventuring party looking for you. We in tunnel. Traps?
Upward inflection.
We are an adventuring party.
You said that already.
That's
I'm
19.
counting it now.
19 is my count.
In tunnel. I guess so. 20.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just flesh out that like last little bit. Is like, are there traps help?
Okay.
Here to help. Something along those lines.
Okay. Yep.
Wind comes, bad place be.
I like that.
That
If
is
it's
kids'
19, it's are there traps here too, and it cuts off.
All right. So he responds back quickly. I'm not sure how much of sort of like voice inflection comes through. I'm gonna say it does. He says, "Are you friend? If so, signal." Oh well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I didn't think this through, obviously. He says, we'll just friend. Travel down left corridor. 3 rows. Make 1 right. Then left again. Avoid pressure plate. First hall.
Oh damn. So he said go left 3 rows, 1 right, then left. Avoid pressure plate and
Oh, and he says, move fast. With a little bit of anxiety in his voice. So something's wrong.
And he said move fast. So I, Jared, don't remember. Can I roll intelligence for Zoran to remember those instructions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you like write it down?
I can't. Well, I mean, I don't have paper with me right away. I probably could have as a character, sure, but I rolled a 12 to see how accurate I can be with those instructions.
Okay.
It's above average.
Yeah, it is. I think it's completely reasonable for you to be able to do it. It might take you a little bit of time, especially if there's no light down there. I know most of you have dark vision, if not all of you. I don't remember how many in this group do.
I think they actually don't. Do halflings have dark vision?
No, Jacoby does.
Yeah.
I think Gedlin does.
Gellin has like devil's sight or something.
Right. I don't think the rest of us halflings do. It's not a halfling trait.
Nope.
Okay, so that will slow you down a little bit.
If it's dark, we'll light a torch. I got a torch.
Me and Jacoby definitely have dark vision. And
I'm just gonna grab onto the back of Gedlin's shoulder and follow him. Grab onto his hand.
I light a torch.
I don't think we want Gedlin leading. I think we probably want Zoran leading.
well,
I told
That
you
makes
guys the
sense, too.
instructions. Like as he was saying it, I was repeating it back. So you guys should know it too. Maybe it's up to you. I'm lighting a torch.
I just thought because he could see, so I like put him in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
20-foot radius light.
All right, there is light. You are in the tunnel. It is. I should change the audio here. You're not in the forest anymore.
I assume that Gedlin would make note of this and discuss it with the group, but he noticed that in the darkness, even with dark vision, he can't see Jacoby, and he would communicate that to everybody. Like, hey, just so you know, even with dark vision, can't see Jacoby.
Did you say that so Jacoby can hear you?
Jacoby, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. As long as you say so.
I mean, like when the torch is there, you can see him fine, but Jacoby is a gloom stalker, and
Jacoby, are you a ghost?
No. I'm an
You
elf. I'm an elf.
Then how come we can't see
Really?
you? Well, I can see you. But I can't see you when I put my torch away. Well, that doesn't make any sense. I can't see in the dark. How come Gedlin
He's
can't see you?
invisible. He's invisible.
You look like a
Invisible
ghost elf.
Dark.
A ghost of an elf. Or an elf
That's-
version of a ghost. Or all
That's
of the above.
that's peculiar. I don't think I've ever known anybody who can do quite that. How far does the extent of your ability go? You know what? This is probably a conversation for later.
You hear a bit of a scuffle that's echoing through the maze. Difficult to make out what the sound is.
Come on, computer.
He did say to move fast, so maybe we should maybe not double time, but at least time and a half.
Okay, Zoran remembers that there was another piece to the instructions. One,
Pressure plate.
yes, there we go. Didn't want to outright say it.
I remember the pressure plate. I just left, right, left. That's where I got confused.
Up, down,
left, right,
backwards,
up, down,
spin
down,
in
left, right.
circles. Yeah. Yes.
Honestly, you said right and then left again, and then I started thinking, did we go left to begin with? Oh no, I didn't remember.
All right, let's get a perception check for whoever is in the lead.
okay.
Honestly, I feel like Devil's Sight is probably the person.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Gloomstalker has something.
Well, let's roll that.
Whichever you want, that's fine.
I rolled Gedlin got a 23 and Jacoby got a 15.
Okay. Pretty quickly you find a pressure plate that extends from wall to wall. It would be pretty easy to step over, but it's going to require a dexterity athletics, acrobatics, check to vault over this without stepping on the plate.
Navri, are you able to
Acrobatics?
disarm
no.
that? Is that easier than all of us vaulting it?
That's a good question. What would that be? Would that be like a
That'd probably be
sleight of hand or something?
that
it falls under
would
thieves'
probably
tools.
be, yeah.
That's how most
Did you
people
get
play
thieves'
it,
tools?
yeah.
I agree. Use tools.
Okay. So I can sleight of hand it.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna start jamming random thieves' tools in the ordinances.
How do you use these things? Oh, I broke that one. Whatever.
Full raccoon mode. I love it.
dirty
I
20.
will always support this
Okay.
behavior.
You manage to shim the pressure plate from below so that it does not depress if anyone steps on it.
Huzzah.
It is now safe to continue. And with
Thanks, Boo.
a short amount of walking, you traverse through the entire maze with 0 difficulty because you got instructions. Which is just fantastic. I love that problem solving.
Haha, did I solve your puzzle?
You did. Alright, you come to a hallway. Let's move you to that map, actually. It's gonna take me just a second here. I had populated it with your tokens, but now your tokens have more health, so I have to repopulate it. I can tell you this: there's a hallway that you are standing in that has it has light coming down that shaft towards you, and you hear the sound of 2 voices arguing. One of them is being quite assertive, and the other one is the voice of Wainwrath, which only Jared's character Zorn would understand.
That's Wainwrath.
Let's rush in there before anybody makes any poor choices. It sounded like he was concerned about something.
Yeah, but I'm concerned about it. I just want to say I'm concerned about it being other village members who might just be a little heated. So let's not go
Yeah, for sure. No,
maybe,
let's go in there eyes wide open and with
maybe
peaceful intent.
non-lethal. Yeah, non-lethal until we know more.
We'll go in there with a de-escalating goal.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, we're really good at
Agreed.
You know what? It's always there's always time to learn new tricks, Davry.
Davry, I haven't known you long enough to know if you're joking or not.
Oh, before you move, I forgot to put something in, so hang on just 1 second.
I'm actually.
No,
I'm hoping that's what it is.
Joking.
I'm hoping that's what it is because I could generally cool things down in those kind of situations. It's kind of my forte. It's what I do. I'm a cleric.
Oh my goodness. Everything
I'm a
is so
healing cleric.
crowded. I have a hard time actually grabbing the tokens.
No, I'm a healing halfling. What cleric am I? It doesn't say anywhere.
Go. Almost ready.
Peace domain. I'm a peace cleric. I was right the first time. This gin is going
Alright,
to my head.
now I'm good to go. You hear some other voices now as time goes on, basically commanding, don't move, or we will, there will be consequences, basically.
Mm.
No, please, don't hurt me. I'm just a peaceful priest. Peaceful priest? What kind of priest carries a weapon?
I'm now thinking that it might just be more rangers. How about quickly but quietly? Let's assess.
We're assessing
You want me
right
to
now.
sneak
That's what
up
we're
and
doing. We
get
gotta
eyes
go
on 'em?
in.
Yes, I do,
Okay, yes,
actually.
please.
Davri, that sounds like a brilliant plan. If you can... Also the Gloomstalker, maybe?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get all sneakified.
You are a
Stealth.
traitor. You have
I was gonna say,
you have surrendered the lives of this town with your actions.
No.
All right, I rolled a 21 on my stealth check.
That's an effective stealth.
Gedlin would like to give Davri like a second to like stealth into the room,
Mhm.
and then he's gonna go in not stealthed and just be like, "Hey, whoa, hey, everybody, time out! Like, the threat has been neutralized. Let's not make any hasty decisions." But I want to give Davri time to like get in position if he
I'll
needs to.
say, Dovry,
I
there's
love this.
some boulders and stuff that you could hide behind if you wanted to. It's clearly a rough-hewn room.
Okay, I'm gonna hide right behind this little boulder over here.
Sounds good.
Is anybody gonna go in with me, or am
Who
I
are
going
these
in
turkeys
solo?
that I see?
I'll go with you.
I was hoping...
How about
I was-
Jacoby? You stay back because you're good at like far long range stuff. I'll get in behind you, and get your back.
What's up
I'll whack
there, Aaron?
Oh, I was asking who are they? Because I was just gonna see who's there and then go tell everybody.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So there is
Yeah, that's
a.
Okay.
Oh, I have the sheet in front of me. So there is a mage
Oh, actually,
in
Jacoby,
the background
stay at
who
the
is
top
being
and hide back.
restrained by two burly. They kind of look, I guess you could say, mercenary type. And then this guy here, he is a blackguard. Blackguard. I don't know how you pronounce that really. And so he's dressed in armor. He has revealed his name. The priest has also revealed his name. Just through the conversation, you can tell who is who. So Wainwrath is the one next to the altar, and then Gavori is the blackguard, who is asserting that Wainwrath has basically forfeited the lives of everybody in this town through his actions. That he is a traitor to his people, and that he deserves death. But first, Gavori is going to extract information from him.
got it. Okay, I'm gonna scurry back to my buddies and tell them exactly what I just saw.
Oh,
Guys, he's in there. Wainwrath is in there. He's being held captive by some turkey named Gavori with two goons. I'm gonna run in there and try to distract Gavori. You guys take out the goons.
But say, wait, Dabri. If you can get around, like, into position behind them, then we'll come in. They'll be looking at us, and you'll be able to gank one of them.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I can get behind. I can get behind this little altar thingy, and if you guys get to take Gavori's attention, then I can shank one of the.
Is anybody else really sneaky too?
I'm thinking
Pretty
somebody
sneaky.
else
Yeah, if we could take
Like,
two. Yeah, we could each take one of them. Well,
Isn't
I was thinking-
Jacoby pretty sneaky?
I think I got it.
Oh, Jacoby probably is. Yeah,
That's
way
what I was
sneakier than me.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
So
I think,
one-
yeah, the...
Quick note, for Dovry, I would say you could get back to where you hid, no problem, no extra check. But if you want to go further, I would need another stealth check.
Yeah, I'll do another one because I'm going to go behind the altar.
I will. Can I give you before you go? And I want to give. Oh, you've already made a check, so I'll give guidance to Jacoby for stealth. And yeah, I just think you guys, like, one of you go right, one of you go left, do pincer move, and then we'll come in like Gedlin was saying earlier and just distract them, and you guys could take them by surprise maybe.
Yeah, so you guys deal with Gavori. We'll deal with the 2 goons.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going right. Jacoby,
Go
you
for it.
left.
Okay.
Jacoby, without guidance, you got a 25. What does guidance give?
A D4 if he
One
wants
D4.
I got a.
Does he
20.
have to use it on this, or can he hold on to it?
it. He can hold on to it for up to a minute, but as soon as I need to cast a spell, it's probably gonna go away.
Okay, well he'll take that chance because I think a 25 probably lands.
It's
Good
only on
question.
ability
I'll
check.
take that too.
It's only on ability checks. It's not like he can use it to attack or anything like that.
All right, might as well
Nice
use it.
roll
then.
there, Aaron. That's a good roll.
Thanks. Is the altar tall enough to hide behind, or should I be behind one
Yeah.
of these rocks here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say it's a 4-foot tall stone table, basically, made of granite or something like that.
Okay. I'm going to sneak my way around, going from rock to rock, and then eventually making my way behind the altar. And Jacoby, you might want to join me on the other side of the altar.
Yeah, what's Jacoby's
Okay.
number? Roll.
26.
Oh,
Oh shit! I
excellent.
forgot to roll initiative.
Excellent. He can basically go wherever he wants.
You are becoming.
Actually, so Jacoby,
Mhm.
here's a thought. So if you're sneaking around, right,
Yeah.
and you know that your job is to take out like this guy or this guy, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna want to get up close and use your swords, or are you gonna want to like hang back and use your bow?
I want to hang back and use my bow, if that's possible.
Okay. Do you want to be here?
Yes.
Or do you
I
want to
wanna
be here? Where you are now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, they don't know you're there.
Woohoo!
They're still arguing. Wainwrath is sort of he's asking for mercy, not in a cowardly way, but he's also being very firm and saying, "I did nothing that you accused me of. Came into this place and ransacked the whole town, killing my people. How dare you? Who does such a thing?"
At this point, Gedlin is gonna like look at Valmir and Zorn, and he's gonna like walk in and be like, "Whoa, whoa, time out, everybody! Let's
goes there?"
quit pausing things."
Gavori flips around and it walks a few paces towards you. "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Gedlin Hearthmaster. My business is my own, but before we go executing prisoners, let's all take a deep breath and talk and think this through. And at that point,
Yeah, I just like wave behind him too and go, "Yeah, hi, it's me. I'm Zoran. Nice to meet you."
I feel like I'm just standing 5 feet away from them, just like, but with my battle axe, being like, I'm here. Don't call me crazy stuff.
I
What
kind
would you
of creep
say?
out from
Like,
behind.
I don't want to be threatening, but I don't
Okay.
want to be, passive at all either.
I assume I'm still kind of hidden because I'm just like I'm assuming all the attention
absolutely.
is focused that direction. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is. Everyone's looking that way. Yeah, Gavori is going to yell out a stern warning. "Do not make a step closer, or I will strike you where you stand."
That sounds great, and then I just think it'd be super funny to cast Calm Emotions right on Gavori.
And then,
Oh,
like,
please
choke
do.
on my battle axe.
Yeah, can he make a charisma saving throw? I'm just gonna kind of
Absolutely.
hide behind Gedlin to make this happen.
Hit him with a hit spell.
How does an 8 do? No, wait, sorry, 9.
He fails.
So
So
he's
he
calm?
is. Oh, so let me read it for you because the wording's kind of funny. You can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So for the next minute, he's indifferent to our group and Wainwrath. Whatever that means to you.
A wave of something washes over Gavori, and all of a sudden he looks very confused, and he says, "I believe I've forgotten why I'm here. Who are you again?" And then the two people who are holding Wainwrath then decide that it's time to fight, and they run forward. They don't know Davri's there. They don't know that Jacoby is there, so they move 30 feet, and then we can start initiative.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Ready? Okay.
Do it too.
Leaving
Would you-
Wainwrath, he's bound and sitting on the floor.
Would
Come on, computer.
just to advocate for the group, would you say that Davri and Jacoby being kind of readied, they had a readied action?
I think that's totally
I guess-
fair if you want to do that. I wasn't going to assume it, but if you would like, they
seem to do a lot of work to like accidentally roll a 1 in initiative and get nothing out of it.
There.
Yeah,
That's my thought.
that's compelling.
Can I untie
You
Wayne?
can, yeah.
Is he? Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Jacoby, are you gonna drop the guy or let him advance?
You know what? I'm gonna drop the guy.
Okay,
All right.
we'll give Jacoby sneak attack privilege for the start of the round,
Ooh.
and then whoever is next in initiative would come next. I'll start adding your tokens to the tracker here. So Jacoby will get the first turn as a surprise round.
Yes. Cool.
Oh shoot. Okay. Does a 14 hit?
And just to make sure, he is targeting the thugs, not Gavori.
Yeah, this guy here.
Okay. Yep,
Yep.
it does hit.
Yes.
Awesome.
Come on, computer.
Okay. 10 points of piercing damage for the first attack. Oh my gosh, another 14. Which is a 4. We can do better. We're gonna re-roll that one. We did worse. 7 points of piercing.
We could do better or worse.
He has this. He has the piercer feat, so he gets to re-roll a certain amount of piercing damage dice, but he has to take the new roll even if it's lower. So it's like if it's under, like, he rolls a d8. So if it's under 4, 3 and down, it's usually worth it to roll.
Oh yes.
In this case, we lost a 3 for a 2.
All right, I
Can I get it?
am needing Gedlin and Velmira's turns.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
No
I
problem.
got 10. My bad.
Well,
I thought it saved it.
I'll
I
go ahead
will.
and add that there, Liz. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Jacoby gets. Oh wait, who has the higher dex, Jacoby or Davri?
I think they're equal. Oh,
What was that?
Jacoby has a +5. He's 20 dexterity.
Okay, so the initiative is correct then. So Jacoby goes again.
Oh, my dex is +7.
Oh,
Your dex is +7?
Sure is.
oh, am I looking at the wrong thing?
You can't have higher than a 20 dexterity though. What's your where's you what?
I think it's a +4.
Oh wait. Sorry, that's for saving throws. Yeah. dexterity is
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha,
I was looking at
gotcha.
the wrong thing.
That's
Jacoby
all right.
wins.
It can be confusing. Oops.
Yep, my bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at saving throw. I'm like, dex +7 right there. I was like, oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, it's +4.
No
Okay.
problem. All right. Jacoby gets to go again.
Ooh.
What do
Does
you
he
want to do,
want
bud?
to cast Hunter's Mark?
Yes. Yes.
Smart. All right, this is our last first level spell slot.
Yep.
We still got a couple second levels, but all right. So, what do you want to do, partner? After you cast Hunter's Mark, you want to keep attacking the same guy or somebody different, or what?
Yes. It's the same guy. I'm gonna shoot the
Same
same
guy?
guy. Yep.
All right.
What kind of arrow can I use, Zach?
This character doesn't have special arrows, like your other character does. She's using regular arrows for now. Whew, that was almost a crit. 28 to hit.
Wow, that's awesome.
That'll be 10 points of piercing and, man, 6 points of bludgeoning.
Oh, he's
Max
dead.
damage on that hunter's mark.
Oh, he is dead.
He's dead?
Already up. Move your hunter's mark to the other one.
That takes a bonus action, and he already used a bonus action to cast it. So he'll have to wait till next turn.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, you took out the first thug. Bam, bam.
Joe, Kobe, you got one more attack.
One more attack?
You want to attack the other thug?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay. Less good. 15. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
9 points of piercing damage.
All right. Excellent work there, Jacoby.
Yes.
Thinning the ranks. It's basically a done deal already.
Which one of you is laughing maniacally into the microphone?
That's true.
It might be me.
Both.
I will say the last pages, though.
I like it. Davri's next.
Okay.
And he has loosed Wainwrath's bindings. There we go.
There we go. Sweet. I don't really want to get too close to really any of those guys, so I'm just going to use my bow and take a pot shot at the other guard dude. Yeah, that one. That's the guy.
All right.
Uh, 15 to hit.
That hits.
Don't fail me, computer.
And 10 piercing damage.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so, no.
Do you want to move at all?
No, I'm pretty good right next to this guy, actually. Yeah.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
feel very safe right next to Wainwrath.
Sounds good. Gedlin.
What is the distance? Too far, unless I cast fly, which I'm not going to do.
You can just block.
I am going to Eldritch Blast the remaining thug twice.
Do it.
Reroll that in that one. For another natural one?
Yeah!
Oh.
Dude, go to Vegas. You can never be that unlucky again.
I feel like Vegas was built on that mentality.
Yeah.
I can't lose again, right? Like, statistically. That's how you lose your house.
I don't
It's a
think
fallacy.
nobody's ever had a bad time chasing their losses.
Right.
That's never not worked out.
It's a fallacy. You have the exact same option of rolling the same number every single time.
How long does that spell last on Gavoria?
Just a sec. It's not
doesn't-
short. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna. As long as you don't hit me, it's gonna last this whole fight.
Awesome. Okay.
Where is it?
Although I would
It's
imagine
up.
if his buddies start dropping dead next to him, that might change his opinion a little bit.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
Let
A
me read
straight
it.
Eldritch Blast catches him in the face.
Self-preservation-wise.
I was
Let
gonna
me read
say,
it. Hold on.
the thug that got missed by the Eldritch Blasts doesn't recognize that it was not an intentional miss, and it's like, oh, I just work here.
Yeah,
And he throws down his weapon, throws his arms up. He's like, please, just don't kill me.
The thug surrenders?
It's
Yeah, the
no,
thug just surrenders.
the spell straight up says, the indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
Oh
it's-
no! So
No, it's
he's
done.
no longer under the spell. Okay, well,
That track.
I'm gonna still roll with that. The thug cowers out and throws down his weapon, to get just like slugged by Gavori, which does not count part as the turn. So Zoran would be next in the initiative roll.
I do have one more attack.
Oh, you do? Okay, sorry,
Well-
I thought you were out.
Eldritch Blast. I guess. So,
Okay.
does an 18 hit?
Do you still want to attack the thug, or do you want to attack Gavoria?
I said I was shooting 2 at the thug, so I feel like I have to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it does hit, yeah.
Okay. Unfortunate. 7 points of force damage.
Don't tell me now.
That's what he gets for
Alright.
showing weakness.
Yeah. The thug's like, I surrender. Ow!
Sorry. Jalen goes like, "Oh, sorry."
Okay, Zoran, your turn.
It was already flying your way.
I'm just gonna shout out like, "You're surrounded. Surrender now, and we'll make sure you're harmed no further."
Let's see. How do I know you'll keep your word? Gavori says.
I rolled a 15 persuasion. That's how.
Okay.
I know you didn't ask for it. I just thought it was funnier. That way.
No, I actually like that. Let's see. That would be a successful roll, which I will work with that.
My word is my
he
bond.
thinks about it for a moment, and then he drops his glaive on the ground, and alongside the thug, which he just turns to and he kicks him brutishly, so the thug lands on the ground. He's like, "This is what you deserve, coward."
Okay, that's enough of that.
Well, he's
What?
he's not a good guy, so.
He's a thug. Like, all right. Drop your weapons. Stop it. None of us are fighting anymore, I guess.
It's like in the show Cops when like the cop stops the 2 crackheads and they start fighting amongst themselves right in front of the cop. It's like, no, just knock it off. Stop.
Stop it. And I'm just gonna like walk up and like put my battle axe like between them. Not like mean, but like no
Right.
physical object.
Break it up.
between
Break
you two.
it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Wainwrath just kind of looks dumbfounded, like, what just happened? 20 seconds ago, I thought I was gonna get killed. And now all of a sudden,
Right, we thought you were.
I'm free, and one guy's dead, and 2 guys have surrendered. Who was it I spoke to? Who talked to me?
Hi, it's me, Zoran.
Oh, I am glad that you were not another evil one. Thank you so much. Does anyone want to do anything with Gavori or the thug, or are you just going to allow them to leave?
I was definitely going to bind them or like secure them in some fashion. Like we told them they wouldn't be harmed, and I fully intend to like honor that. But like that doesn't mean I'm just gonna let you like at my back. You know, like yeah, go down that hallway where you can ambush me on my way out. Like that's fine.
Yeah. Yep. I, Zoran, fully agree with this. Tie them up.
Wainwrath, what do you think an appropriate punishment for these guys is?
Torture.
Oh,
Careful what you say. That's a loaded question.
That escalated.
Wainwrath is a lawful good, so he ends up, and he's also a priest. So he wants to show mercy, but at the same time he believes they should be punished. He's not sure exactly how that would play out, but he believes that there is probably some sort of faction somewhere that might be able to deal with them, if a message could be sent to that faction, perhaps. Maybe
we're
something
headed
like
back to a settlement.
maybe like
Yeah,
the
do we go to the nearest jail or something, maybe?
Yeah, we're headed to a settlement after this.
That sounds like it could work.
Okay, well let's bind them up. We'll feed them and stuff, but not good.
Yeah, so I
Not good berries.
yeah, they don't get good berries.
Just bad berries.
And they definitely don't get any of my burnt cheese wheel.
They get the worst the worst berries.
No hardtack for you, suckers.
You might eat the cheese wheel right in front of them.
Definitely. While you guys are tying, double check them for anything. Get their stuff.
Oh yeah, we should have search.
Yeah, let's disarm them, make them take their armor off, those kinds of things.
Okay. Let's see here. So on Gavori, you find a glaive and a short bow, and then he is wearing plate armor.
Ooh.
Is it magical plate armor?
No, it is just plate armor.
This is the problem with being a halfling, is you never get to use the loot unless it's magical.
You do have a non-halfling character who could use it, maybe.
I think the only person who can use plate is Valmira.
Yeah.
But she'd be a nightmare in plate. She'd have like a freaking 22 armor class or something insane.
Does she not already have plate? Does she have half plate?
Yeah, I know she has. I think she has half plate.
Come on, computer.
Oh no, I can't remember.
Inventory. 1 second. I have
Alright,
something
cool.
weird. Splint.
Come on, computer.
Plate armor.
Sounds
Okay.
like
I
there's
have
some
splint armor.
PC issues for Jake going on.
Jake, is your computer acting up again?
It's freaking out. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's like clockwork.
Oh man. Yeah, this is about the same time as last session, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
30
Every
minutes
week. Yep, it's fine.
before we would be done.
But we can hear him just fine. Can he do theater of the mind? Is he on his phone?
No, I mean,
It's very
No,
well
I
could
can't.
be the stream that's taking too much. So if you close your stream, Zach, that might help his situation.
Okay, I can do that.
Almost guaranteed. Yeah, that'll make a difference.
Especially we seem out of tactical situations for now, at least. He doesn't need the roll 20. If he's
Okay.
cool with that, I don't want to tell him what to do.
No, I think it's a good idea. I shut down the stream.
Okay.
Jake, can you hear us?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's keep going with that. See how that goes.
The thug has he has a mace and a heavy crossbow, and he's wearing leather armor. Again, another thing that a halfling can't use is a heavy crossbow.
No, but Jacoby sure as heck can.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Jacoby, I think you should take this heavy crossbow, man. These things
I
get like
should.
trucks.
I
Yeah.
should.
So, manage inventory.
We already have that magical heavy crossbow. Doesn't he have that?
Yeah, but I thought that only shoots the custom arrows. Or no, do we get...
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a very specialized dwarven crossbow made in order to fire only special crossbow bolts.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, I guess I might have slightly modified that when you got to Port Castigliar. In which case, yeah, you wouldn't need the heavy crossbow anymore. Shoot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Is the
Jared
dwarven
right.
crossbow still a D10?
I think so. Let's see.
Nice.
I mean, one bolt thrower is the same as any bolt thrower.
In this case, that is true. Yes. I don't know about other cases. It's not a
all
light
right, Jacoby.
crossbow.
We're gonna have to talk about getting you, like, the crossbow master feat, so you can not have to load your crossbow and you can shoot twice with it. Because heavy
Okay.
crossbow hits a lot harder than your longbow. Like,
Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, my friend.
That won't be till level 12 though.
oh, that's right.
I have
Unfortunate.
to keep
I feel like he's
Whooping
a bow
butt.
wielder, but
And taking names.
You know what? Maybe I'll have to look at that. He did take. Oh no, that was his other dude that took archery.
My dark elf.
Yeah.
Anyone
I mean-
want to speak with Wainwrath?
well,
I want to ask him about what we came for.
Yeah.
Hello,
about-
dude. We're here to find you.
You are? How did you know about me?
Do you know an artist Simber?
Artist Simber.
Strange fellow,
Probably
No,
a vampire.
I
possibly a vampire.
I don't think so, but perhaps I just don't remember. I've met so many people.
Well, perhaps your reputation just precedes you. Then we were sent to specifically ask you about town. Jared can't remember.
Mesro.
We're trying to locate New Mesro,
Mesro.
and we were told that you knew this. You knew the secret to locating it, or to accessing it, anyways.
That alone is a secret that many people don't know. I'm one of only a few people that has any information regarding the subject. I unfortunately do not have all the information, but I know who next to send you to. That person does know how to get to Mesro. And let me
Insight check.
check my notes here real fast.
Oh, good call. Can I roll too?
Sure, that's fine.
I like in these
Oh, by the
situations when
way-
it gets.
I forgot. Gavori.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, Gavori has a sack of emeralds. 7 emeralds worth 20 gold apiece. I forgot about that. That's on him.
Paper, scissors.
We can do.
Rock, paper,
You
scissors.
guys, don't be greedy. We can split it, no problem. It's fine.
Is that a Duncan I see?
Okay, so you wanted to do an insight check? Insight check.
Yeah, to see if he's telling me the truth.
Okay. Well, he is lawful good,
Oh, yeah.
and he's a priest. So it'd be pretty antithetical to him to lie to you about it, especially after you saved his
You
life.
don't know these things.
Unless he took an oath to not divulge the info and he's trying to send us on a, that kind of thing.
I'm not
But
trying to I'm not trying to intimidate him or anything. I'm just trying to vibe check him. Like, is this guy
Okay.
messing with me?
Yeah, just double
Like-
check and just
Yeah.
just what do I do? Do I pick up on a lie? I got a 27 because I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, he's
got
telling
it
the
too.
truth.
I knew it.
And
This
just
guy's cool.
Just so you know, this is probably a little bit unique to me as a DM. But if somebody is if he is a good character, he's going to tell you the truth, and especially if he's lawful, with certain exceptions. But especially a priest would tell you the truth. That's just how
Yeah,
I
but it's
would
fun.
work with it.
I knew that, but it was fun to roll.
That's true. Okay. So the part that you may not remember from talking about Artist Simber is that you were sent to ask about the heart of Mesro, and so Wainwrath tells you that he doesn't have that information. But if you go to the Dejobi Senga, or excuse me, sorry, I said that wrong. The Dejobi Senga was a protective enchantment that was surrounding the jungles of Chult over a century ago, and it is 1,000 years old. That the high priests of Ubtao believed that this power was used to breathe life into the jungle from the Feywild. But after Ubtao abandoned his people, there was no one to protect Chult from the destructive lash of the spell plague. The destruction washed over the land, and a powerful evil corrupted the source of the Dejobi Senga, and the heart had stopped beating for the jungle. A group of mage hunters from the Obanashi tribe are guardians of this mystical source that once powered the Dejobi Senga. Wainwrath tells you where to find this temple, but he says that the clan abandoned it long ago. The only 2 clans in all of Chult that know anything about this were Tamalka and Obanashi. And so he is of the clan Tamalka. Others have tried to find the heart, but for their own evil ambitions and also in vain. The head of the Obanashi clan is Zosala, She is the leader of an ancient order of spellcasters known as Mage Hunters. I think I'll just take a picture of that and send it to you. So that you
I was gonna say,
have
could
that.
you please?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Even if I couldn't take notes that fast, even if I wanted to. So Shala? That sounds like we might be from a different mother of the same tribe. Huh?
It is a different family.
Okay, the cousins.
Yes.
Wood elf. Wood elf. Yay.
That was
All
just
right.
a Zoran joke.
All right. In a couple seconds, the image will be in the group chat. Did you have any more specific questions for him?
What do you know about Mesro? Also, what do you know about this plague, this curse, the death
Spell
curse?
plague? Oh, the death curse?
Yeah, he's a priest from the area, so I figured if anybody would have an idea, he might.
Yeah,
It's really doing a
curse.
wonder on my revivify spells.
it is. He believes it is not anywhere particularly close, or it's not originated from anywhere particularly close. He doesn't know a whole lot about the death curse, other than he has noticed it has been impacting the undead and restoration, not restoration, but revival spells.
So nothing new.
Right.
Are you the only survivor from your village?
I don't know.
I
Have they
guess
all been slaughtered? I've been down here this whole time.
I guess I was expecting to meet at least one or two more with you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just leave them, or were you down here when the attack happened?
I was down here when the attack happened.
I am sorry, my brother. I understand. What a terrible burden this all has been.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot up there.
He does detail that the guards and people of the village of Tamalka instructed him that he should protect himself because he was more important, because he carries the secret of Mesro.
I definitely understand. I'm concerned. Could you mark Obanashi on our map? Maybe it sounds like that's maybe where we're heading next. I'm concerned they are also being targeted in this way.
Yes, I will give you directions to the Obanashi temple. Zorn turns to you and he holds out his hand, and there is a black stone in the hand. He asks you if you know what it is. It's a smooth obsidian rock, and it has his clan symbol engraved into it. Ever seen anything like this before?
Possibly. It depends on what it really is.
He says,
My guess is it's either I would guess a teleportation stone or a sending stone of some sort.
He says this is a sounding stone. When you get to the temple, you will find that the entrance is hidden and guarded. The stone will notify you when you are close to the entrance and allow you passage. Without it, it would be impossible.
Alright, so perfect. I was using those freaking water sticks earlier in this campaign, wasn't I?
What do they call it? Sounding rods?
Dowsing rods or whatever?
Dowsing rods? Was that this campaign I was doing that joke?
I don't
No,
remember.
I think that was the other one. That was the
That was
insanity
Star
one.
Wars. That was Star Wars.
Oh, it was Star Wars.
Yeah, yes, I've used dowsing rods in past lives.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar.
No, not at all. Wonderful. This would sound great. So when we get to the location marked up, we really just have to like do a grid and find it. Or are you coming
pretty
with
much.
us? I'm confused.
He is going to stay here and hopefully try to not exactly rebuild, but put things back as they should be. His whole life has been changed by this attack, and he has some mourning to do and some dead to bury.
Understood.
I would like to. I know we're on a little bit of a time crunch, but I would like to stay and at least help bury the dead and make our 2 captives help bury the dead that they created.
Definitely.
I would too, yes.
And
That's good. Zach, did you want to loop in the rest of the party on what you messaged me about the other day?
Yeah, I was just looking for an opportunity, and I feel like maybe digging the graves and taking care of them would be a good opportunity. Gedlin at some point wants to, kind of touch base with the group and just say, I've been thinking a lot about the situation with the hag, and Zorn, you were correct. You were right. That was a being that was looking for redemption, and we may have been too hasty in our in our determining her guilt or what have you. And I definitely want, it was wrong to deny that creature its chance at redemption, and I want to make sure we're not doing that moving forward. And I hope that you will continue to help us with that. But I did want to also make note that when we decide to not act, to allow what is definitely a serious threat to the mortal people, to the civilized people that we're here to protect. If we let something like that go, we become responsible for what it does moving forward. So if we had let that hag go, we would be responsible for whatever she did, good or bad. And so I think if we're going to do that, we need to, one, I think we have an obligation to see that creature at least, on its way to its goal, whatever to its redemption, whatever that is, and then also commit to following up, returning to wherever it's supposed to be, and making sure it's not doing what it, that it actually followed through, and taking responsibility for it if it didn't.
Yeah, because if we let something go and it hurts somebody else, and we're wrong that time,
right?
You know what I mean?
I'm honestly glad to hear that you all are taking what happened so seriously. And I want you to know that I certainly understand. It is not from mere whimsy that I've arrived at my lifestyle as I have. It's from experience. I've certainly been where you are right now, saying the exact same things that you have, and my intent is always to just do the most good in any situation. I certainly agree with everything you just said. I just know, again, through experience, it's not always possible to check up on everybody, and it's not... I don't disagree. It's simply that other entities' choices aren't necessarily your responsibility. All you can ever do is really be responsible for your choices.
Right,
And
but if I
hopefully that brings about as much good as possible. I'm not trying to disagree with you at all, and I certainly would be there to back you up in everything that you're saying right now. I think that is a noble cause, noble endeavor. I would gladly join you on any of those journeys.
Excuse me. Wainwrath speaks up. He says, I appreciate what you're saying. You do not need to hold yourself accountable for everything that anyone else does. But doing the right thing is the right thing. So even if they do go ahead and do evil, even after you desire to do justice by giving mercy, that doesn't mean that you are responsible for what they did.
well, I understand.
That, yeah.
But you have to realize that my purpose here, and he like holds up his sword, like my purpose here, my divine mandate is to slay monsters to protect the people. That is literally what my deity has ordained for me to do. So to go against that, to make an exception for that, I take on that burden intentionally, and I ask that if you advocate for if you advocate for me to stay my hand and offer someone something redemption, then you also take that on as I take it on.
All I can say to that. Sorry, were you talking, Valmira?
Yeah, so I was just like, we'll never begrudge. Like, I'll never, because that's kind of like I'm on the same. I'm in the same boat as Gedlin with like, especially as a paladin of Lathander. Like, there are some things I just have to take action on. You know, but I'll never begrudge anyone who's like, I'm gonna bow out of this one. Like, you know what I mean?
All
Like,
I can say.
Fight, like,
All I can say to this point is that I really appreciate all of you understanding my position, which I believe you do. You all have shown that. I definitely don't question that or expect you to hold to the same standards. And as such, I would certainly hope that I can show you the same respect. So if that is your positions, I understand. Well, while I may disagree, I respect them. And like I said, we've been forced together for some reason that I think is beyond my understanding. And so if that is the case, then I will be with you on those endeavors.
I agree. I think it is irrational to assume that three righteous people randomly shoved together on the same mission. I
There's
think
five of
it must be divine providence.
There is five of us now. And
no,
perhaps,
I know, but three of us are directly connected to deities.
Right.
certainly. And I've already prayed on it, and I've already considered that maybe it is between a combination of our stances and positions that we'll bring about the most
Yes.
good.
Absolutely. You do.
He fell.
I do want to make it clear. I value your position, and it is. You're right. It is good to have a voice of mercy. Even if that's not what's called for, it's good to have that reminder that as we wield this power, we must wield it responsibly.
I think we are in agreement. And I certainly appreciate you broaching this subject, Edlin. It was, well, it speaks to your character, and I appreciate you. You as well, Velmira. Your speaking up is not taken lightly.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Hey guys, I gotta head to bed. It was a long day today.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to end, too.
And it's gonna be a long morning too. So
We'll see you later, Liz.
that was a very fun night. Good night, everybody. I look
appreciate
forward to next week.
Yeah.
For the rest of you, would you be willing to stick around for a little bit to decide what you're going to do next session?
Yeah.
And XP and that sort of stuff. So,
Yeah.
I would
Hey,
like
Dan.
to give you all a point of inspiration as well. I really like this. I think that was
Hey,
great.
Dan,
Yeah.
my computer just went blank.
Uh-oh.
So
All right, buddy. You gotta go.
You gotta go?
I can't see you guys. I can hear you, but I can't, see you.
It's okay, bud. I'll talk to you later, partner.
We'll take good notes for you.
Thanks, Jake. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Good playing with you, man.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and disconnect him and then... Oh, you got it. Okay. All right. So let's quick tally XP here.
Also, sorry, I feel like I talked to the entire game session today. Did I? Was I?
I don't think you did.
I don't think so. No.
It didn't.
Okay,
seem,
okay.
It by no means seemed excessive.
Just
Okay.
because I know Liz might hear. I think Liz was worse than you, Zach.
Really?
Is she not there?
No, I can't hear.
I personally just this digital format. I do think it is hard to like get
It's
when
so
somebody's
hard.
going on a roll. It's so hard to like actually get into the conversation sometimes. So
That's what I like about
Yeah,
the
I mean,
camera. Because then you could do this, like, hey, I'd like to say something.
maybe
Or
I'll
like
start
when Liz
doing
was
that.
going on about her reaction, her opportunity attack, and I'm just going like, no,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
If you've been using your camera, baby, it wouldn't have happened.
It was pretty funny.
Well, it's certainly up to you guys if you want to use your cameras. It helps me because then I can gauge a little better, like you're saying. But I'm happy to work with this too.
It does give me a little bit of weird anxiety. I also tend to like walk around the room, so I'm not just in front of the camera.
That's
Liz
fine.
does that too.
That's totally
Yeah,
fine.
so that's the real reason I just have it off.
I legit
I
just don't have one
definitely-
set up on my PC. I use my TV as a monitor, and I have my desktop sitting over here next to it, and I just don't have a camera on it because it's my TV.
Nice, no problem
Yeah.
with that. You all will get 1,000 XP.
Heck
A
yes.
piece. Each person gets that. That Katobo boss was worth quite a few, so it was worth it. And then
1,000.
your next goal. Does someone want to like write this down or anything so that we have something to work with next session?
Yes.
I'll give you a second to finish whatever you were doing.
I was adding an XP. Oh, also, real quick. Don't say anything, but Jake is getting a desktop PC for Christmas.
Awesome.
And so he's going to have like a double monitor setup. We're going to get him set up. And Dan, I might actually need your help with this, but I need to get one of those programs where I can just like backdoor into his computer immediately.
Piece of cake.
Because like if I could do that where I could just jump on and like take over his computer real quick if he gets stuck, one, it'll help me teach him what to do. And it'll be way faster for me to fix things.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I've done it many times. I can help you out.
Can I throw some
figured
cash?
you-
Can I throw some cash towards that goal? I would love to help with his Christmas present.
That's very.
Oh man, I mean, if you don't have to, if you wanted, I tell you what though, if you wanted to like, I don't know, get him a cool mouse or something, like he would probably dig that, or like even a cool mouse pad. Honestly, he would think that was really cool.
Or come to WWE with us.
I
come to
was
WWE.
already planning. If you don't invite me, I don't know if we can continue being friends.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's gonna be I got to figure out the dates, but that's my Christmas present to Jake this year. Is I'm taking his ass to WWE.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that's
asking
nice.
about it.
And you cannot imagine, like Jake is he loves it so much. He is so stoked. The last time we went to WWE, it was my first time ever. and it was Jake's like third time, I think, and he's just like sky high pumped from like the beginning of the morning to the end of the day. Just like, he loves it, man. He's like, it's the coolest thing for him.
You don't really have to care at
chair.
all. Yeah, you don't have to care at all about wrestling to have a good time. It is just,
Oh, yeah. It's just
contagiously
stupid.
fun.
Yeah.
It's contagiously fun. Yeah.
It's fantastic theater.
Yeah,
It is fantastic theater.
Like, absolutely how stupid it is will never evade me, but if it turns on, if it just like the next thing is wrestling and I don't change the channel fast enough, God, it is hard to turn off.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay, the one that we went to that came to town, there were one team of guys that like had trombones and shit. No, sorry, trombone. This one.
Uh-huh.
And they were like hanging upside down, like horizontally off the ropes, and like playing the trombone. I'm like the core strength alone was impressive, but like it was insane. It was fantastic theater. Like at one point there was like this Irish mob group, and at the end, like the guy like busts out a shillelagh and pretends to like brain one of the other guys. Like it was fantastic. Like, oh yeah, it was amazing. It was. I totally get it. Like it's not like sports or fighting. It is awesome theater. Like the costumes are insane. Like it's good.
Guys, I just realized. Did you want to just like quick run back to Artist Simber and get your reward real fast for the end of the session?
Yeah, we do have to turn that guy in.
I could just say that since you're more familiar with the territory, you're able to make it work. Maybe get a little help with the lizard folk on the way back.
Okay.
If you're cool with us jumping that train, I think so. Because, like Zach just said, let's go turn the people in. Let's get our reward. We can maybe just jump over that a little bit and.
In which case, Artist says that he's willing to go do all that for you, and he gives you extra money for giving him the sounding stone. He says that he'll let you know where the entrance to Mesro is, but he'll go do that part on his own.
Man,
unless you want to come with him.
I kind of wanted to go. Gedlin's still looking for treasure, man. He knows how expensive an expedition is going to be.
Okay, so then total, he gives you 300 gold, and he's happy to have you tag along for the next part, which I have to read. I have to prep for that, so
okay.
I don't know what that's going to be yet. I haven't read it yet. So then, you get the 400 gold and the 1,000 XP per person and an inspiration point per person.
Did you say 400 gold per person?
400 total.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Like that's all. I mean, well, I guess we don't need to go to Mesro now. We can just buy ship.
400 GP, 1,000 experience total, or more.
Oh, oops! I meant 300. Did I say 400? I'm sorry.
300 GP.
Fine.
Sorry, I meant to say 300.
No, you
did.
You did
Get all
say
those emeralds, and you got the gold off the guys, and so you made a lot of gold tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. The bag of emeralds was dope, by the way. That was the coolest thing to find on bag. It's like, it's just a bag of probably bloodstones.
Yeah,
there was 20 emeralds at 7 at 100 GP apiece, or
7 at 20 GP.
At 20 GP. Yep. That makes way more sense.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry, before you go, I wanted to show you. Hang on, how do I get back to the video? Okay. So I picked up this book.
I have a book by that same author. I have 2 of them, actually.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Where are they?
So I just got this today. I'm gonna read it, but like, it looks really good. It's all about like more dynamic role play, like as a DM.
Awesome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was gonna forget that. Okay, cool. Actually, I think I have both of those books on order. At least they're on my list.
I have another one in my buy later list, so my wish list.
Yeah.
Do we want to do Tomb of Annihilation next week, or should we do Shivering Isles? What do you guys want? Are you going to all be available?
I'll be available. Yeah, let's keep. Let's keep doing Tomb of Annihilation.
Okay. Sounds good then. I will prep for that. That way I know what to prep for.
I mean, there's just one vote. One vote.
Well,
No, I agree.
it sounded
That's
like
our
agreement
main-
to me.
That's our main storyline. It's funny to me that Dan is kind of sounding like he wants to switch over.
I enjoy both of them the same amount. I really don't care. I just need that I would need to read a couple pages of prep for Tomb of Annihilation, or I would need to come up with a couple things for Zadillion in
Isles of whatever.
Shivering Isles. Yeah.
I think it's 100% whatever's easiest for the DM is.
Yeah.
That's.
That's a beautiful like back game. You're right. That was super fun. As long as you're not getting DM burnout. I mean, let's stick with the main drag as much as we can, but it's super cool to kind of hear that we've got something that everybody's enjoying, sitting on the back shelf even.
Well, I think the party makes anything fun. Y'all have good chemistry together. I appreciate that you understand that sometimes I don't know all the rules as well as I could, even though I'm trying. And you're helpful with clearing up some things that I don't know about, so that I think that makes the most difference.
I've said it before. I know I tend to rule lawyer a bit, but I hate being a rule lawyer. So if I get annoying, just tell me. It's the whole point is it's really whatever you rule. So if I give you something and you're like, nah, screw you, definitely just tell me to nah, I'm not gonna run it that way. Totally fine. Don't care.
Yeah. Anytime I jump in, it's to help supply you with what I think the official rule is.
Yeah.
But that is always just me providing information. For sure. Just what I think information you might want to have. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to tell you what to do. Not even a little bit.
I just realized that I completely ignored Balin and your animal and Dex. Completely forgot about them last session and today.
I have kind of thought about that. I definitely think if Dex is listening to me, he's going to be nothing other than conditional social interaction kind of stuff. So if he gets kind of left on the wayside, not a huge deal.
I have some plans for him going forward, hopefully.
If he fits in, totally, I'm there for it. I just don't want to bog you down with NPCs as well. It's just hard for all. It's hard for all of us to track all of them.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Poor Dan, just being too nice last game. It was the most fun ranger thing you could possibly do. I'll just tell you straight up. Having a menagerie, a combat menagerie as a ranger, it's peak ranger.
Cool.
I'm sure it was a nightmare for you, Dan, but the fact that you let me do that even just for a few months, I was oh, that's peak ranger. I've done peak ranger now. There's nothing ever gonna be that cool as a ranger.
I would have told you that was a druid feat, and screw you. It specifically says rangers get one animal.
Yeah. So I didn't have. It wasn't like my beast bond. I had just tamed a bunch of animals and trained them, and I was just given charge of a herd of awesome beasts. It was tiger, triceratops, baby dragon, flying monkey that was definitely got played as a monkey. He almost cost us the MacGuffin one time.
I might have had fun just because I like having fun with my players. I might have had fun with you and made you change your class at that point because you weren't necessarily you weren't necessarily a ranger. You were more like a beast master. So I might have made you be like a shepherd, and we would have like home ruled something, or like you could have been. We would have made you something akin to like a planeswalker from Magic the Gathering, where you just like have beasts from different planes or something. We could have done something really fun.
Okay,
Fun
sign me up for
potential in
that
the
campaign.
future.
I just got the Planescape box set. I can't imagine a better setting for an NPC or a player character like that. So
It's
I agree.
straight up tied in now, isn't it?